Jody Chesky here along with Greg Devaney at the Pelham Civic Complex for another night of Birmingham Bulls hockey. You know, in life, you can go through many dark and scary places, and it kind of toughens you up for when you have minor setbacks, no matter what happens in life. When you're going through those dark times, you realize a minor setback is just simply a nuisance, not even really a setback. You can then work through those issues and reach the goal. For the Birmingham Bulls, after what Greg and I and the entire organization, the players went through last year in Roanoke, the goal this year is simply nothing less than a championship. And as I've said before, a win in December, January, February, whatever, it's great. It gets you 2 points, but that's it. The players we have lost during the season, the players that we've lost during the season, you make room for others to come in their place, and sometimes it plays dividends, sometimes it doesn't. But nonetheless, everybody's losing players, Greg, not just Birmingham. We lost one of our top scorers. Brian Bowen just called up to the East Coast Hockey League this week. Hometown Worcester. Your thoughts on that? Because, as I said, he's not the only one we've lost.
Well, I think it's one of those things where you saw how Bowen played, and whenever the guy touched the puck, I mean, he was just shooting peas out there, and you talk about a laser bomb of a shot, and he's got one. So that didn't really surprise me, and he was coming in there in the last, 5 games. He's averaging probably about, 1 3/4 goals a game and really putting up numbers. And for those things for Bowen, he's going to get the call up, and especially being in his hometown. I mean, I get that one. Yeah. Because, there's a guy who's going to come home, probably come back to your hometown. You're going to stay in your own place. It saves the team a little money, and, the guy can
some familiarity, too, with him, so he's going to play a little bit more comfortably. He leads Birmingham at 8 goals, 17 assists, 25 points, but to me, more impressively, a plus 7 rating. Things usually happen positive for Birmingham when he was on the ice, but now that opens up a roster spot, maybe not a roster spot, it opens up an opportunity for somebody to come in and take advantage of that. So while you can lose players like Brian Bowen or Michael Gillespie or even Keyshawn Gervais, I mean, who knows, the SPHL version of the Tkachuk brothers or Jeremy Roanoke, Chris Nolan, Brad Marchand, they can all be waiting in the wings just needing that opportunity. And for those players that did get promoted to the East Coast Hockey League, which, let's be honest, that's why this organization exists, to elevate players to the next level. So something is going right because we keep losing players to the coast. That next wave of players coming in could be exactly what we missed last April when we lost to Roanoke, because we just didn't quite have that sandpaper, that muscle, that grit that we needed to get the job done.
Well, and that's one of the things, Jody, where from the Bulls standpoint, at this point of the season, it's actually not too bad when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like you said, you're moving guys up to the East Coast League. That's why they're here ultimately. But as those guys go, it's nice when they just go one at a time. And that's the biggest thing. And you remember back in the day when we started this in the SPHL with Jamie Hicks, that was one thing that he swore by, was if there's going to be moves in the locker room and guys coming and going, you just want to see him do it one at a time. So I think coming in, we saw one guy out, one guy in, and like I said, we'll see how the one guy coming in, how he does tonight. And until then, there'll be opportunities for other guys. That's what I like about the Bulls this year, is they're deep. You know what I mean? Yeah. We've got a lot of good guys from top to bottom. People are going to come, people are going to go, but that core group of guys, and that's what I think Roanoke had last year. They didn't really have any superstars or anybody that, did anything more than anybody else, but that team from top to bottom, even through their, 11th forward or whatever it was, 10th forward, I guess, running 6D, they all look the same on the ice regardless of it was their first line, second line, third line. They just all skated the same. They worked hard. They played their systems real well.
They were tough to play against.
And that's exactly it.
And that's what we're searching for this year. Birmingham tonight comes in with a new addition to the lineup, and a couple of ones that have been here that haven't seen the ice lately, but We got a new forward in the lineup tonight, Dylan Radine. He's one of those players that was in Roanoke last year, and much like Dylan Johnson from Birmingham, didn't make the playoff roster for Roanoke. However, he played well, Radine that is, for Roanoke last year. 15 goals, 9 assists, but did not make that playoff roster. He comes in tonight in place of Brian Bowen. It's going to be interesting to see how he fits in, but nobody can just fit in automatically.
Right, and that's the key. There will be some transition here and things like that, but when you talk about having that depth from top to bottom, you know, I'm a lot more confident bringing in a guy like Radine as opposed to somebody new that has zero pro experience and that kind of stuff, because Radine, when he was with Roanoke last year, I mean, you're talking about a guy who was pushing about 1.5 points a game, and so as you look down the Bulls roster, that's what we've got a lot of this year.
All right, we'll pause real quick for the playing of our national anthem before we hit our starting lineups in tonight's action.
Flooring Gurus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Lexi.
Starting lineup tonight first for the visiting Quad City Storm. Defensively, Alex Palmerville will be paired with Elliott St. Pierre up front. Philippe Virgili, newly acquired TJ Delaney, and along with Michael Moran on the forward line. And starting net for Quad City, Brent Moran, a record of 5 wins, 6 losses, 2 shootout losses, a goals against of 3.08, 9-11 save percentage for Birmingham. Defensively, Joey Colatarsi will be paired with Carson Vance. Up front, Nikita Kozarev, Scott Donahue, and Drake Glover. Once again in net for Birmingham, Hayden Stewart, 14 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss, and 3 shootout losses, an incredible goals against of 1.72, and a 9.39 save percentage. Referee tonight, Keith Grooms. Linesman Jesse Burns and Dan Ionello. And as Ric Flair brings us in, we're about ready for action here in Pelham as the puck is dropped, and we're underway. Birmingham dressed in all red tonight, Quad City in white. Off the draw, puck sent in the length of the ice just past that red center stripe, so an icing is called on Birmingham 6 seconds into the game. Face off back into the Bulls zone. What do you expect tonight, Greg?
Interesting game tonight. You've kind of got 1 versus 8, and if things playoffs started tonight, this could be the first round that we're witnessing here in Quad City. We don't see a whole lot of throughout the year, being so far north, but I'm expecting a fast game.
Well, this and tomorrow night will be the last 2 times these teams play unless they meet in the playoffs. So you're right, Birmingham in first place, Quad City in 8th. If the playoffs were to begin tonight, this would be game 1. Colatarsi lifts one in the air. Donahue gloves it. Sends it far side for Vance. Around the boards, Vance plays it for Glover. Palmerville on him. Steps in between that pass, and St. Pierre comes away with it for Quad City. Delaney gets it ahead for Moran. Quad City sends it into the zone around Stewart, played by Colatarsi. He'll skate away. 4 players for Birmingham. Now Colatarsi loses an edge, but Atchison was there to pick it up, and he'll send it into the near corner. Atchison delivers a hit, loose puck along the boards. Quad City plays it, and they'll come through center ice. Just underway here, a minute into the game, no score. Quad City at Birmingham. Pass right through the slot, and I can't stand to see that. Birmingham gets away with it. Puck comes back through center ice. Greg, again, how do you learn not to do that other than just give a fat one away right in the crease and watch them score?
Well, they're looking for a quick up, trying to hit the centerman there, and that's something that's really dangerous, and I'm much more of a guy. I'd just like to go up the wall and out through the blue line.
That's played off the wall, Birmingham. McTavish has it. First, takes a slap shot save made. Johnson had the rebound, couldn't get the shot away. Quad City can't clear. Stick to side by Moran. Played by Seacoast behind from Momot. He'll set up behind his net. Momot off the boards through center ice, or Emov has it. He'll send it far side for Levesque. Takes a shot, gloved by Stewart, and he holds on. I don't want to sound like a broken record and beat the same drum, but when I see a defenseman 2 foot away from his own goaltender just casually play the puck right through the slot, that makes me beyond nervous.
Well, one of those things where Stewart will grab a hold of him, slow him down, and say, "Hey, listen, let's make the good play. Everything's strong. No 2 foot passes in our zone, and let's get back on track."
Back underway. Rose has it. Had a good chance to talk with Carson Rose's parents in a few minutes. Greg and I will talk about that. Rose plays it in. Moran behind his own net. Can't get it out. Pace takes a shot right into the midsection of Moran, and he'll hold on for the faceoff. You know, we do get a good chance to meet a lot of the players' parents and families, and it's really nice to do that. Every one of them is nice as they can be.
Well, one of those situations, Jody, where Rob and Sharon came up earlier, and that's Carson Rose's mom and dad. They're in from Burlington, Ontario, Canada, up by Toronto. So they're down here for about 12 days. They'll get down, see a bunch of Bulls games, and nice that we've got 3 coming up here in the next 4 days.
I think they live in Surrey, BC now in British Columbia. They're originally from Burlington. We had a chance when I lived in Canada, very close to where they're from. And, of course, you're from Canada as well, so there's a lot in common. But it's nice. And front score! That shot taken by Pace along the far walls, and Kozarev snuck in back door, and nobody saw him. And it was an easy tip in. Greg, I could have done that one myself. Kozarev gets the goal.
Well, one of those things where Quad City had kind of a bad dump out there and just kind of, flopped it around the boards. He came up, and Pace, he attacked in from the blue line. He made a rocket pass over there. Kozarev standing on the back door coming from behind the net, and banged it right in past Moran, who had absolutely zero chance on that one.
Nice play. Like I said, shoot the puck, good things happen. Here's the call to go.
Nikita Kozarev, his 9th goal of the season. The assist, number 25, Jonathan Pace, and first Bulls goal scored at 2:16 of the first period.
2:16 of the first. Another shot, Vance from on the corner. A bad angle shot still. Save made by Moran, and if he doesn't make that, that banks in off his shoulders.
Well, that's one of the things we talked about, Jody. You mentioned losing Bowen earlier, and, Kozarev is one of those guys we've been talking about all year, and we're like, you know what, this kid is just waiting to break out, and
so much potential. You can see
more
it.
bounces. He's just such a smart player. He always knows those places to be, and there he gets paid off tonight real early in this one, so that's great to see.
Off the draw, Quad City has it picked his pocket. There's Wiesner with a shot. Big save there made by Moran, as Wiesner took the puck away deep in the Quad City zone, couldn't convert. Back comes Quad City through the Bulls zone. In front, a shot, Gorka couldn't get his stick on the puck. Loose now, right through the crease, picked up by Wiesner. He bangs well off the boards, but not out. Kept in by Quad City. Played in the corners, taken by Vance, and Birmingham skates away through center ice. Birmingham will change line. McTavish brings it in. Takes a shot past Momot. Midsection save, and he'll cover it up, that is, with the mitt. And Moran makes the save. Birmingham out shooting Quad City 4-1, leading 1-0.
Well, I've got 6-1, Jody, but...
Well, I trust your numbers.
We'll call it what it is.
100% trust your numbers.
Moran coming in with that 9/11 save percentage, but being 5 and 6, you know what? I think we're kind of seeing why here. Quad City gives up a lot of shots from the perimeter and stuff like that, but good to see for the Bulls. That was one thing I was kind of worried about here coming in, is regardless of where teams are in the standings, you run against a goalie who's got a 900 save percentage or better. Any given night, they can be the difference maker.
Especially on a team that's had a rough go of it, as Quad City has. He's definitely a very good goaltender. Off the draw, Birmingham plays in the corner. Sinclair fighting for it. Loose. Rose in as well for Birmingham. Emoff it is taken down by Rose, and a penalty will come up. Carson Rose will come off on the holding call.
Tough one there. Rose down, working hard in the corners. And there was, just got his hand out and tried to spin the Quad City defender around and strip that puck, but down he went, and Rose go to the box for 2.
All right, first power play of the night for either team coming into tonight. Quad City, 6th best power play in the league. Excuse me, it's 5th best power play in the league. Scored 17 power play goals. Birmingham, 2nd best unit on the penalty kill. Only giving up 11 power play goals on the year.
So that's that right there, Jody. That's something that tells us, being 5th in the league in the power play and being 8th in the league in the standings, this is something the Bulls don't want to be in a habit of tonight, and giving them man advantages.
Face off to the right of Hayden Stewart, controlled by the Storm. Fournier has it, slap shot, save made, rebound loose. Golka couldn't get the shot off. He has the puck now, whistle blows. This one's knocked down by a high stick.
Call that one down off the shot from the point there, hit Stewie up in the chest, careened down and got whacked down by a couple of different sticks there. Up above the shoulders, that one's coming back, but yeah, puck bouncing around there. Bulls got to box out those Storm guys down low.
Off the draw, Birmingham's Chase Carter wraps one out the boards. Sends one down the length of the ice. The stick exploded out there. Linesman picks it up. Back comes Quad City. Through center ice, St. Pierre drops it for Fournier. Fournier gets past Wiesner, but as he did, offside is the call. Now pace goes down. Fournier and he kind of getting involved with each other. Now Wiesner comes in as well. Has something to say.
That's what I like about Wiesner. He's always there. He's that, you talk about the sandpaper and that guy who's going to get in there and mix it up, keep that energy level up for the Bulls. So good to see him getting out there. And I tell you what, Fournier, I guess he does well to see for Quad City, but I was going to say I was really impressed with that big slapper he took.
Nice slap.
Good rush there through the middle, so we'll have to keep our eyes on him.
Good size on him as well. Delaney, another new addition for Quad City. Now he's very tall as well. Another stick explodes. People falling all over the place as well. Delaney has it near corner. Quad City on the power play. The man advantage drops it down low off the boards. Momont sends it far side. St. Pierre's shot, a Palmerville shot goes wide. Picked up by Momont. Down low, he plays it. Birmingham intercepts. Carson Vance sends it right in on the net. Quad City will have to return. Momont sends it ahead. Played behind the net, Stewart. We're down to a minute to go in this power play for Quad City as Birmingham Sinclair brings it into the Quad City zone. Hit there on the play. Loose puck picked up by Johnson. He'll send it back to Romeo. Romeo gives it up for first in his own zone, and he'll lift one down into the far corner. 15 minutes to go, first period. Bulls up 1-0. Off the goal by Nikita Kozarev. Played at center ice, Fournier. Gets the wheels going, drops it for Seacos. Seacos has St. Pierre. St. Pierre slap shot deflected, save made by Stewart, a nice one. Back to St. Pierre, far side. Fournier, a wrister, never made it through. Played behind the net. Romeo will pick it up for Birmingham, can't clear. Near side, Marcin Kavic. Patrick's Marcin Kavic sends a shot. Seacos couldn't deflect it. It was a nice play. We're down to 5 seconds to go in the power play. Marcin Kavic has it. Drops it back for Golka. Birmingham's killed the penalty back in full streak. Rose back on the ice. Fournier had it, lost it for Wiesner, and Birmingham Rose has it. One man back, that's St. Pierre. Now Marcin Kavic comes in. Rose with a nice wrister. Blocker save made by Moran. Far side, Pace has it. Plays it for Glover. He should have shot, but he elected to pass it and never made it through. Marcin Kavic drops it for Cole Golka. Off the mark, Glover will take it for Birmingham. Has Kozarev with him. Glover Goes to the far boards, drops it back on defense. There's a shot, save made, rebound, covers it up. I believe that one fooled Moran a little bit. He looked like he lost sight of it as he made the save.
Tell you what, you talk about a combination early that we're seeing a lot of here. There's Pace with another good low shot directly on net, and lo and behold, who's standing there just pops into the slot at the last second is Kozarev, looking for his second of the night there. Good little deflection. Those are hard to pick up when the forwards are standing out from the goalie's area and they're out there about 5 feet just out of reach that you can't move them, and a little redirection. Those are hard to play because you want to come out there, square up to the puck. Kozarev right there, in on net. Good save, no rebound by Moran. That's a good job by the Bulls.
Coming into tonight, Birmingham, last time, and I should knock on wood when I say this, last regulation loss for Birmingham, not including extra time, was back on November 22nd. That's the last time the Bulls lost a 60-minute hockey game. On the other hand, Quad City comes in not really in the best of shape. They've lost the last 4 of their last 6.
Yeah, and that 3 in a row, Jody, that's something that Quad City's looking to break tonight. And from the Bulls standpoint, that's why you want to get up on them early and not give them an opportunity to rally and think that they're going to be in the game.
Now Glover sends a shot in from just inside the blue line. Save is made. Rebound loose in the corner. Donahue going in after it, comes free. Levac plays it through center ice, and Pace will have to hurry back and get it. He'll have to get there before Guller does and does. Gives it for Chase Carter. A lazy pass there. Almost intercepted, but it comes free to center ice. Lindbergh, another newly acquired player for Quad City, plays it deep. Wrapped around the boards by Stewart, and it comes straight for the newly acquired Bull. That's Radin. He loses it as Levesque takes it away from him, picked his pocket, sends it into the Bull zone. Joey Colatarsi ahead for Carson Rose. Rose takes a shot deflected by St. Pierre into the netting and out of play. So a faceoff will come in the Quad City zone. This is the first I think I've seen Radin, Dylan Radin, that is, for the Bulls, is on a shift tonight. I'm not quite sure what we can make of him, but it seems like he's fitting in size-wise. He's not a small guy.
Well, he's moving around, like I said, looking at his points before the game. He knows his way around the offensive zone, and, that's one part of it. But like you said with Boa, having those pluses behind his name, playing both ends of the ice is huge.
Colatarsi takes a shot deflected wide. Radin is out with Carson Rose and Sinclair. Now Joey Colatarsi scores! Took this puck right in the slot just above the face-off circles and wristed it into that top right corner, and Birmingham takes a 2-0 lead. I was just about to say that Dylan Radin is at least playing on a decent line where he can check out how he's going to play with good line mates, but Joey Colatarsi took that away.
Well, and until other teams figure out what Radin's all about, Jody, they're definitely going to be looking to double man Carson Rose, especially when he's in the slot. That's what Rose did there. A great fake. Threw it to Colatarsi, sucked 2 guys to Rose, and Colatarsi buried it low blocker.
That's Colatarsi's first goal of the year. Here's the call.
Goal scored by number 4, Joey Colatarsi. The assist, number 15, Carson Rose, and number 29, Dylan Radin. Goal scored, and first Bulls goal scored at 7:08 of the first period. Number 4, Joey.
So Radin makes his mark. Birmingham's Colatarsi's first goal, and a 2-0 lead. Now off the draw, back comes in Stewart with a shot. Couldn't control the rebound. Now it's loose. Marcin Kavics had a whack at it at the side. Stewart makes the save. Birmingham up 2-0, trying to protect that lead as the puck comes free along the far boards. Marcin Kavics collared by Tucker Firth. Loose puck sent through the crease. Shot taken by Momot well high and wide. Birmingham ahead for Atchison, just off his stick, and it clears the zone. Played off the glass back into the Quad City end of the ice. Picked up by Momot. He drops it back on defense for Fournier. Tries to get away from Kozarev, does. Gives it to Momot in front. Stick aside by Hayden Stewart. Now it's picked up in the corner. Quad City back for Fournier. A shot gloved by Stewart. He'll hold on. A nice shot taken just inside that blue line, but luckily Stewart was able to see it and glove it.
Another good shot by Fournier there coming in. Quad City putting on a little bit of pressure of their own here, Jody, getting some good traffic down low against the Bulls, pushing the pucks up top, getting good shots in, but the difference maker right now is that they're getting the shots. The Bulls are doing a good job clearing the shooting lanes for Stewie so he can make those saves.
Now Lindbergh takes the puck, sends it around the near side, picked up by Virgili. Virgili backhands one deep, played there by Moran. Michael Moran has it. He turns, spins, save is made. Rebound loose, picked up by Quad City. They'll send it back at the point for Moran. His shot was blocked by Donahue. Now it's loose along the near side, picked up by Delaney. His shot, Stewart wasn't sure where it was, made the save. Birmingham comes the other way. Kozarev for Glover. Splits the defense. Glover couldn't get a shot off for Donahue, though. This shot save made. Rebound comes all the way back to the blue line. Donahue, that's Glover, couldn't control it. Birmingham will have to play it back in. Birmingham does change lines. Now Donahue picks the pocket of the Quad City defense. Shot taken and deflected, save made, and rebound all the way back through center ice. Another stick on the ice, Greg. That has to be at least a half dozen times sticks have broken tonight. Now it's shot taken from center ice, easily sticked aside by Stewart. Played along the far boards. Joey Kolatarski tries to poke it free. Still loose. Back comes Birmingham the other way. Rose getting chased near corner. St. Pierre William Rose centering pass penalty coming up on the play as Quad City's going to go off for the first time. This will be an interference call. Dylan Johnson had a chance at it as Rose was coming into the zone. They just couldn't connect, but there's a reason why. Palmerville goes off the ice for interference.
That was one of those scenarios, Jody, where Johnson set Rose free, made a really nice pass through the Quad City defenders just ahead over the blue line. Rose chased it down and made a great pass right through the slot in front of Moran. Johnson cut to the close post, where if he would have cut to the back post on that back door, he would have popped one in just like Kozarev.
Bulls' first power play of the night. Quad City has it, clears his own. Johnson couldn't keep it in. Now Seacoast, right in front of his own bench, plays it back. Donahue takes it away. Birmingham will try and set the power play. Played along the near side, Seacoast sends it right back around. Nobody there, so Birmingham's Romeo will back skate into his own zone. He'll play it there. Romeo back behind his own net. A minute and a half to go on this Bulls power play. First one of the night for Birmingham. Donahue brings it in, backhands a pass for Johnson, back at the point for Romeo. Plays it off the boards for Wiesner. Fournier on him, so Wiesner plays it deep. Gives it for Johnson. Romeo. Return for Johnson, down low. Return again for Johnson. Birmingham maintaining control of the puck. Now Johnson down low, plays it just under the blue of the face-off dot. Back to Romeo. There's a backhander save made. That one really went wide and just deflected off the mark. McTavish has it. McTavish down low. Birmingham looking for that backdoor play. Score! That was a centering pass there for Dylan Johnson that went off the mark, deflected right back to him, Greg. And he had the backside of the goaltender to shoot it in, and a basic empty net. Made no mistake, Birmingham now on that power play goal, up 3-0.
Yeah, Johnson had decided, and you can see the Bulls. They actually had 4 guys down low below the face-off dots. Romeo up top. They worked it around. Weiser did a good job breaking it up. Threw it over to Romeo, down to Johnson, hits Momont, back to Johnson. Moran's moving, and he just turned and buried his own rebound and put it right in.
11:05 the time of the goal. Power play goal first of the night. Here's the goal.
Scored by number 11, Dylan Johnson. His 5th goal of the season. The assist, number 8, Troy McTavish, and number 8, Scott Donahue. Number 18, Troy McTavish, and number 8, Scott Donahue.
Donahue and McTavish on the power play goal for Birmingham. Now up 3-0. I was checking to see if a goaltending change may be in the works for Quad City, but at least at this point, not right now. But Birmingham comfortably out in front, 3-0, 8.5 to go here in the first period. Play in the Quad City zone. Radin gets knocked down, no call. Carter with a slap shot. Save is made. Now Radin takes a slash there from an obviously frustrated goaltender, Michael Moran. Everybody skates away, but am I the only one that saw that?
Well, there's one or two ways to get out of the net, Jody. If you're not getting pulled, but sometimes when it's that kind of a night, you just want to find a way to get out of there on your own. And kind of look like that's what Moran's doing there. Obviously, he's frustrated.
Sure he is.
I've had a lot of nights like this, but, I think the magic number here is going to be 4. And if
I thought it would already happen.
Well, it all depends on the game, right?
Yeah.
You're coming in, like I said, you're in 8th place. You're playing against the number 1 team, and it's like you got to come back again tomorrow night. So from a coaching standpoint, if you pull Moran now and you put the other guy in, you put Birkin in, then he gets shelled for 3 or 4. Then who do you come back with tomorrow night? So,
well, Brett Moran, that is, came into this night. We talked about a little bit of save percentage of 9-11 on a not a very good hockey team, to be quite honest with you. And he's been shell-shocked so far. 11, 12 shots on goal on the board. 3 goals in the net, 1 a power play. But on that last play, he definitely frustrated. Billy Smith style, he just gave a whack right in the shins to Ray Dean, and we'll have to check him out from here on out. Moran going back into the crease. The backup goaltender, Bailey Birkin, he's played well before. I don't see him on the bench. He may be in the tunnel stretching, who knows, but at this point, with 8.5 to go, Bulls up by 3. Next goal either blows this one wide open or makes a new hockey game of it.
Absolutely. It's either 3-1 or 4-0. Big turn of the tide there, either way.
Right off the draw, that puck whistled by and save made there at the far boards. Dangerous pass right across the crease, and Elliott St. Pierre clears. Ahead for Seacoast off the reach of Chase Carter. Raiden has it, drops it back on his defense, and Birmingham sends it right back into the Quad City zone. St. Pierre plays it off the stick of Marcin Kavics. Raiden has it. Lost it there in the corner, picked up by Quad City. They'll play it as St. Pierre takes a hit there from Sinclair, and the puck comes all the way back into the Bulls zone. Chase Carter with the puck. Cross-ice pass for Pace, drops it back for Carter. Birmingham will change lines. Pucks it all the way into the Quad City zone where St. Pierre has it. Far side tried to set it up for Moran. He does, but Birmingham takes it right back and sends it in. Kozarev spins away from St. Pierre. Goes down, loses an edge. Loose puck now in the corner, played by Donahue. Behind the net, Donahue will skate out with it far side. Kolatarsi gives it for Vance. Vance has it off the heel of his stick, but he gains control. Kolatarsi again down low. Shot taken, save made off the stick of Drake Glover. And Brent Moran holds on this time, so a face-off again in the Quad City zone.
And you can see the Bulls there, Jody, working that puck up around top from right to left as we're watching the game here. They push it down low. And usually when you get a puck like that over there on the left side on the goal line, you're looking for somebody in the slaughter on the back door to kind of thread it to. But after that last one that Johnson got, the Bulls are taking these opportunities. They're just going to put the puck on net from anywhere.
Off the draw, Birmingham's Kolatarsi sends it behind the net. Fournier and Vance back there. Puck bounces free in that face-off circle. Glover sends it back on his defense, and Wiesner will reset the play for Birmingham. Ahead for Kozarev. 3 Quad City players on him. Penalty coming up. This one's going to be, I believe, on Golka for a cross-check as he took Kozarev down. Frustration really beginning to set in now, Greg, for Quad City.
Well, and that's it. You start taking numbers, and if you're Golka out there, you can see Kozarev's having a good night, and he's involved in every play. I mean, he's doing spin moves on the D in the corner, and, he gets the puck, and you're just going to try and finish him when that doesn't work out for you, giving him that extra shot. But cross-checking him when he's down, he's going to go to the box, and this is a huge opportunity for the Bulls to really twist this dagger.
Birmingham's first power play resulted in a goal, second of the night. Quad City wraps one off the glass down the ice, and Birmingham, Carson Vance comes back in his own zone and plays it. Skates away from Seacoast. Seacoast goes down, so Birmingham has another man they can take advantage of. Then Glover drops it back for Carson Vance, who will return it. Intercepted, though, by Momont, and he clears. 6.5 to go. First period, Birmingham 3, Quad City nothing as Carson Vance drops it back. Carson Rose brings it into the Quad City zone close to offside, but no. Back for Vance, near side, Glover. Drops it back for Carson Rose. Now Vance has it. Sends it far side for Kozarev. Kozarev drops it for Vance. Now Rose. Now Vance takes the shot easily. Save is made. Sinclair goes into the crease. Hits Brent Moran, but the puck is cleared by Quad City. Under a minute to go here in the power play for Birmingham.
And you can see how much attention Rose gets on that power play with 2 and 3 guys going to him. Instead of taking those shots, he pushes them out for the other guys.
Wiesner gives it for Donahue, a shot. That one never made it through to Moran. Now it's picked up near side for Birmingham. That's Ryan Romeo. Skates cross ice with the puck. Draws it for Johnson down low. Looking again for that backdoor play. McTavish has it. For Romeo, thought about a slap shot. Decided not to do it. Holds on to it. Down low. Save made by Moran. Off that shot from the blue line. Now Birmingham. Dylan Johnson back for McTavish. Ryan Romeo down to 15 seconds to go as that shot goes wide in the power play, that is. Big hit there on McTavish. Birmingham still with control of the puck down to 5 seconds in the power play. Dylan Johnson has it. Takes a shot. Whistle wide. Rebound. Got up and hit Wiesner right in the face. The whistle blows. That was not a stick. It was the puck that got him. Wiesner down on knees and his hands. Dylan Johnson calling for the trainer's help. I don't see anything leaking out of his face, but
we'll see. But Wiesner's a tough kid, and he gets up. He'll wipe that one off.
He's bleeding a little bit.
Yeah.
You're right. Tough kid. He'll come out next shift. I don't have a doubt about it.
But no, that was one, Jody. That puck came in, and it took kind of a dip and a dive as it hit that back door or backboards. It bounced up off that yellow covering on the bottom of the boards. It came straight up off there and like a rocket and hit Wiesner right in the face as he was coming around the net. So
it's amazing to me that more times than not that doesn't happen. How many times shots are taken and for whatever reason players avoid a disaster, and so many slap shots, so many deflections, so many bodies and sticks, anything can happen. And that time right there, Wiesner got the raw end of that deal.
So coming in for Wiesner, in the right place, but just a bad opportunity there for him. Came up, got hit, but they'll get a look at him. We'll see what comes off. And Jody, getting hit with as many pucks as I did back in the day, I'm not worried about getting hit.
But you had pads and masks on and helmets. That was right in his face.
If you can get it stitched up, it's the teeth I'm worried about.
Now, hockey players are a different breed. In baseball, you can get a hangnail and they'll put you on the injured reserve for 3 months. Hockey players break their jaw and they're back out next period, no problem. Right off the draw, here comes Quad City through center ice. Cole Golka brings it into the Bull zone. Drives it back for St. Pierre. Blocker save made by Stewart. Now the puck is loose as there was traffic down in front. Picked up. Far side, Sinclair takes his man out. Loose puck, Birmingham has it. Carson Rose lifts one. Looking for Radine. Is knocked down though by Quad City on a high stick. So a face-off will come back in their end of the ice. 4:15 to go. First period, Birmingham 3, Quad City nothing.
Yep, coming in Quad City there. Rose looking for the old alley-oop over the Quad City defender to send Bulls forward in behind them. But good reach up top, pulled it down, but throwing the puck down to the ice, went to another Quad City player, and that's glove pass.
Quad City and the vet, that is, couldn't get away from Carter, but the puck comes through. Michael Moran will take it into the Bull zone. He takes a shot, a quick one, and a quicker glove save made. Now in front, Levesque. Chase Carter pushing and shoving. Levesque, no stranger to the penalty box. No doubt in my mind they're trying to get something started, a spark of any type, to reverse what Birmingham's been able to do to them in the first period.
Well, I was wondering, I was kind of looking down the bench and looking at the names, and I was like, okay, where's your spark guy here now that you're down in the last quarter of the first period under 5 minutes here, and there's Levesque answering the bell.
Levesque got 75 penalty minutes so far in the year, so it's no big deal to him to start something up. Off the draw, Chase Carter banks one off the boards for Kozarev, and Birmingham will clear. Kozarev pokes one past the defense. They'll play to the corner. Levesque hard takes him out. Nice play, nice hit, no problem. Carter now with the puck near side. but Levesque throwing his weight around. Chase Carter plays one off the boards, bounce one right in front, save made.
Wow.
Chase Carter knows the boys here, put the puck right out in front. Kozarev has it, now he sends one through the slot, just a little high, and Quad City takes it and clears. Well, off the skate of Donahue, Delaney gives it up for Levesque. In front, Chase Carter clears the puck away from the slot, and Birmingham clears the zone. Keep an eye on Nicola Levesque, that is. He will try and make something happen.
Another broken stick.
Another one, that's at least 7, as Marcin Kavics loses the puck. Dylan Johnson tries to wrap it past Fournier, couldn't do it. He'll come away with the puck, though. Johnson gives it up for Wiesner. Here comes McTavish, far side. McTavish, right wing side for Wiesner. Shot blocked into the defense. Now Vance has it. He'll send it far side for Kolatarsi. Behind the net is played off the stick of Dylan Johnson. McTavish goes in to try and help out. Comes out with the puck. McTavish has it near side. He'll drop one through the slot for Kolatarsi. Kolatarsi down low, looking for a deflection. That one didn't go with. It went wide. Now it's pickpocket and score! Wiesner just took the puck away from Fournier. 5 feet in front of goaltender Bryn Moran. And Fournier, disgusted with himself, bends over, can't even say he's sorry to his netminder, slowly skates away. Wiesner just wanted it more, Greg.
Well, that's unfortunate for Moran, but it's just been that kind of a night when Johnson gets the goal, rebounds off his own player right back to Johnson, who buries it. Now here it is, same thing with Wiesner. The first good shot there coming in from the point, kind of got wrapped up in his arm, but here comes Wiesner, pulls it right out of Fournier, and just all in one motion. Quick spin around, straight in on net, bang, and it's in.
Wiesner with the goal, his 5th of the year. Here's the call.
That's his 5th goal of the season. And first Bulls goal scored at 17:35 of the first period. And Queso goal by number 54, Matt
Wiesner with the goal. We'll pick up the assist in a moment as Rose taps one in the corner. Birmingham comfortably out in front with less than 2 minutes to go in the first period, leading visiting Quad City 4-0.
And you talk about the fortitude on a guy like Wiesner, Jody. You said it. You said he's going to get hit in the face. He'll be right back out there. There he was, and the hockey gods paid him off.
Hockey players are a different breed. Matt Wiesner knows he's not 6'4", 220, but he plays like it at times. And when he does, Greg, it's hard to play against him. That's a very valuable player to have on your hockey team.
Pound for pound, one of the toughest guys in the league.
Now Donahue has a deflect off his stick through center ice, picked up by Kozarev. Kozarev brings it into the Quad City zone. 4 players back defensively, but Birmingham still with control. Far side against the boards, played down low. Glover goes in after it. Kozarev picks it up. Sends one off of Moran, almost right to a Bulls player. Quad City clears. A minute to go in the period. Now in front, Golko with a shot. Penalty coming up on the Bulls. Save was made, now it's loose. Virgili had it, tapped away by Romeo, and we're going to get a slashing call, and I believe this one is going to go against Ryan Romeo, or maybe Tucker Firth heading that way.
Yeah, one of the Firth is going to go. I didn't know if he was going to get it for the hook or the slash, but whatever it is, any chance as a defender that you can take a penalty in your defensive zone to prevent a goal, then we'll take that one. And that was a good penalty in my opinion. And the Bulls will go here on the kill in the last 50 seconds here in the first period.
4-0 with the lead. You know, Greg, sometimes I wonder when you get a lead like this where it's obvious you're winning the game, and unless something crazy happens, it should stay that way. I just wonder what that does to the mental psyche. Do you relax? Do you take it easy? Do you, right off the bat, Marcin Kavics had a whack at it, but he fanned. Loose puck along the near side. McTavish pokes it free to center ice. 35 seconds remaining in the period. A minute 40 in the power play for Quad City. Their second of the night, 0 for 1. As Marcin Kavics skates into the Bulls zone. Small but quick. Marcin Kavics still with the puck. Cuts through the slot. Chase Carter pokes it away from him. He fanned on the clearing opportunity. Golka takes it from him. Now Virgili has it. Gives it for Cole Golka. Back for Moran. Moran says one deflected right off the Bulls' pace defensive stick. Now in front, there's a loose puck. Marcin Kavics had a chance but couldn't convert, and Birmingham clears. That'll do it for the first period play. A late flurry there by Quad City. And a good opportunity for them to score, but they couldn't convert. They'll take the remaining portion of this minute 10 on the power play into the second period, but Birmingham, a very dominating performance, 4-0 at the end of one period of play. And Greg, what I was getting at is, yeah, it's great to be up 4-0, but I wonder when the Bulls go into this locker room and come back out, do they relax? Are they taking it easy? And that's when bad things happen. That's when bad habits start to take place. You realize, look, we got this one. We're up 4-0. Hayden Stewart, the best goalie in the league's in the net. Relax, have a hot dog, a Coke, and a smile. Those things can happen, but mentally when they do, I'm afraid that leads to bad things a week from now.
Well, Jody, there's a lot of dynamics when it comes to coaching and kind of that mental philosophy as far as hockey, and I think what you're going to see in here is you're going to see Coach Kerr and Coach Simchuk get down there and start talking to the boys about, hey, we need to get back on track and put together a full 60 minutes.
Do you really believe that'll happen?
I do, because remember, the last two outings from the Bulls, you know, Hayden Stewart, he wasn't real happy in a couple of those and, you know, getting more than his typical 1 or 2 goals against him in a game. So this is a scenario where you're reminding everybody is, hey, let's go. It's not point night. We're playing both ends of the ice. It's 200-foot hockey, and you go in there because you don't, I mean, there's a lot of hockey left. You got 40 minutes left, and you know, Quad City's coming out with 1 minute and 10 seconds on the power play here, and if they happen to get one on that first power play, now you got 39 minutes, and it's only a 3-goal game.
You know, I love my family back in Canada, and most of them are gone now, but I can remember a story that my Uncle Alec, who's Belarusian, he told me that one night, this was back before TV, this was back when you listened to hockey games on the radio, when it was intimate and special. He said one night, Maple Leafs, they were listening to him play against the Bruins, and Boston was up 7-1. And I don't know what point in time of the game it was, but I remember it like he was telling me yesterday. He said my father got so mad if the Leafs were losing so badly in the middle of winter, he just got up and started walking home, left my Uncle Alec's house. The next day, that's when you found out he won the hockey game, not that night.
Right.
The next day, they told my father that the Maple Leafs came back and won the game 9-8. He didn't believe anybody. He even called his own brother a liar. But I guess to your point, 40 minutes is what we have left in this hockey game. A lot of time to be played. I just don't want to see bad habits start, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Finish this. You got them down, finish it. Don't allow them mentally back in this game. You got a game tomorrow night against the same bunch of players.
Right. And I think from the Bulls standpoint, what they're going to do is they're going to come out, you're going to keep rolling your lines, because keep in mind, you've also got Bowen who just got called up. Yeah. You've got some guys, you want them to build chemistry, keep it going. But I'll tell you what, Bowen was good for about 1.5 goals a game, but the way that all the other guys have chipped in and picked up his slack tonight, I like these kind of games a lot better, where you have everybody having opportunities. Sure, guys, you know, the ice time's a lot more even. Everybody's chipping in, making it happen, and, you know, the Bulls are responding well to that, so I think we just keep moving forward one step at a time.
Well, we haven't seen Atchison play in a while. He's getting some ice time tonight, along with the newly acquired Dylan Radin, and as far as I'm concerned, you're up 4-0, 40 minutes to go. It's a perfect opportunity to throw them out there and say, okay, guys, what do you have? We have a lot of hockey to go the rest of the year and some really important games in March and April. What do you bring to the table?
And that's what you're looking for, because it's pro hockey, and you're as good as your last game, and that's what the Bulls are doing here. You don't want to come out and, you know, lay an egg in the second period and go into the third and it's 4-3, because I'm telling you, a team like Quad City, if they can get any kind of opportunity to have a little bit of life going on, they can be dangerous. And you saw it. You know, they've had a lot of opportunities down there around the Bulls' net. They're in tight. Their sticks are in the right places. They're getting good shots off. Stewie's making the saves. They had a deflection. They hit the post in the dying minutes there. And I'm telling you, a couple of those flipped the other way. It's just, hey, Stewie's having a good night tonight, and luck's on our side as we're the Bulls, and Quad City isn't. And Moran is the first one that could talk to you about that, with your D getting picked, the puck going off your defender's back, right back to the guy that comes from. And, you know, he's not having a bad game, but the Bulls are just getting a lot of hard-working goals.
What I don't want to see happen, though, Ray, is come out lackadaisical and going through the motions almost like you're going through a skate in the morning where it was not mandatory. I don't want to see them come out and in the back of their mind saying, this game is over, let's just get this next 40 minutes done. You got to see that same fire. Maybe not as the same as when it was nothing. But I just think there's dangers that can be made if you don't take a little bit of that initiative and keep playing hockey like you should be. I'm not saying win this game 20-0, but I'm not saying you should sit back and just allow them to do what they want because you got a 4-goal cushion either.
Well, no, but I think you have to keep it in perspective too, Jody, because on my, what do we got? We got 17-9 there. On the,
what's your count?
The scoreboard clock, mine are 20-12 for the Bulls. But the point of that matter is Quad City still had 12 shots.
Yeah.
And you look at the Bulls, and it was 3-0 on their first 12 shots. So you can see that when the puck starts bouncing a different way, Quad City, it's not like Quad City. Not yet. I mean, I think if you're gonna make a goalie change, you do it when the fourth one goes in the first period. But like I said, I don't think Moran's been having a terrible game. No. He hasn't let in any soft ones. I mean,
but he faced 20 shots on goal, and that last one, especially the fourth one, was just a dead giveaway. Nothing he could do about it.
So you come back with him, you give him another rope here, and it gives you an opportunity to go in there and rip your team and say, come on, guys, you're giving up 20 shots on our goalie here. You're leaving the back doors wide open. We got to start working for them. You put it back out there, and if the Bulls come back and they get another one, then you might think about making it.
You definitely know a lot more about this than I do, but hey, here's my prediction. I say they come out in the second period and they'll start Bailey Birkin. They'll go ahead and let Moran sit back and relax because they got to have him back in there for tomorrow night.
Maybe, right.
They need something different to make a spark, to do something, whether it be a fight from Levesque, a big hit from Levesque, or a goalie change. But I can see them coming back out and putting Bailey Birkin in the net. He's a good goalie in his own right as well. But that's not my call. That's just my gut feeling at this point. Okay, at the end of one period of play, Birmingham comfortably out in front. Birmingham 4, Quad City nothing. Stay with us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for second period action. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey. Okay, Jody Chinesky here along with Greg Drevany back at the Pelham Civic Complex at the end of one period of play. Birmingham comfortably out in front of the Quad City Storm 4-0. You know, Greg, I had a chance. It's really neat, at least to me, when players' families and friends and such come up and introduce themselves to you, whether they're trying to pat you on the back or blow smoke up your dress, whatever you want to call it. But when they feed you compliments, it's really nice. But I just had a chance to meet Ryan Romeo's mom and dad, and the very first thing they said was, "Where's your granddaughter? We want to meet your granddaughter." Because my granddaughter Charlotte McDaniel just thinks the world of Ryan Romeo, and they heard us talking about it, or at least heard me talking about it. And they're really disappointed they didn't get a chance to meet my granddaughter Charlotte tonight, but she'll be here on Monday, and they will as well, and we'll get a chance to meet and talk with each other then. But it is neat when families come up, go out of the way to say hello to you.
Well, it is nice for the families here, Jody, that on a weekend like this where we've got a Friday night and a Saturday night game, off day on Sunday, and then right back with a 1 o'clock start on Monday on Martin Luther King Day. That's a holiday down here. Really good for the parents to come in. They can fly in, you know, spend some time with their kids and see 3 hockey games in a weekend. So that's got to be a good special weekend for them.
Well, Romeo's family's from upstate New York, and we had a chance to, at least I did have a chance to talk with him. I've been up and around Lake Ontario so many times in my lifetime, I knew exactly what they were talking about. I didn't realize that's where they were originally from, but it was nice to meet them. I'm so happy they came out of their way to introduce themselves, and they were very, very disappointed they didn't get a chance to meet my granddaughter Charlotte, but don't worry about it. We'll do that on Monday as well. And I'm sure my granddaughter Charlotte will be wearing her Ryan Romeo sweatshirt that she loves so much.
And you called it right, Jody. Starting in goal for Quad City is Birkin.
Yep, I had a feeling that would take place. You got to do something, Ray. You can't just sit back and do the same things over and over and over again when you're trailing 4-0. Maybe it lights a spark, maybe it doesn't, but at least it's trying something. As Birmingham off the draw on the power play, remember to start this period, a minute to go in the man advantage for the Bulls. They'll send it right back in the Quad City zone where Fournier picks it up for the Storm.
Quad City on the power play, from the kill.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. Quad City on the power play as they bring it. Marcin Kavics brings it across the blue line. Fournier picks it up for Quad City. Thanks for correcting me, Greg. I'm not as bright as I think I am sometimes. Shot taken, save made by Stewart. Virgili has it. He drops it for Golka. Golka sends it far side for Marcin Kavics. Marcin Kavics' brother plays for Roanoke, scored the game and cup-winning goal against Birmingham last year. Odd reason they can't play on the same team together. We'll talk about that in a second, too. Fournier for Marcin Kavics, a one-timer whistled high and wide. Now a whistle blows. There's 14 seconds remaining on the power play for Quad City. Did that puck escape the zone? Is that why the whistle?
I didn't see it. Maybe it careened up. It was about 25 feet high, and it might have hit the glass. It got up in the net in the corner down there, and then came back around. But whatever it was, Marcin Kavics over there on the left-hand side had a ripper, but I don't know where he was shooting that one.
Don't let me forget to talk about Marcin Kavics in a minute as we're back underway here. 10 seconds to go in the Quad City power play. Palmerville sends it far side. That's back and loses it. There's the puck comes right back across the blue line. As Palmerville had it, Delaney will bring it back in. Birmingham's killed the penalty and back at full strength. Played along the boards far side. Tucker Firth. Dangerous pass. I'm not sure why he didn't wrap it off the boards, but Wiesner picks it up. He'll come into the Quad City zone. Wiesner with a shot blocked by Palmerville on defense, and the puck is played through center ice. Gets ahead to Atchison, gets past Palmerville. Atchison shot, pad save, rebound right back to Atchison. Wasn't sure where to go with it. He had McTavish in front, but couldn't get the puck to him. Now it's played behind the net. Momont has it, banks one off the glass into center ice. Tarsi returns it right back in. Played by Birkin for Momont. He'll clear the zone. Kept in, though, by Johnson. A good play just inside the blue line. Dylan Johnson gives it up far side for Sinclair. He drops it back for Vance. Vance back for Sinclair, has Kolatarsi near side. Far side, Vance takes the shot. That one goes into the netting, out of play, so a face-off in the Quad City zone.
Yeah, good job there by Gullo. Came across, dove down, and on that shot, careened up off him, off his padding, and up into the stands. And that was a great seam pass from the Bulls from the top right point down there to the left face-off dot.
Sinclair on the draw for Birmingham. Moran 4, Quad City, as we wait on the drop of the puck. Comes free, Birmingham has it first. Plays it down low. Carson Rose, a one-timer save made. Rebound, Romeo, a save made. Penalty coming up. This one's going to be, I want to say it's on Quad City, but an interference call is made. The whistle blew as Birmingham took possession of the puck, Greg.
Yeah, tough one there for Romeo. Down there, kind of out of his element, because being a defenseman, you're not down around in the paint very much, but he just got tied up with Birkin. He wasn't doing anything, wasn't trying to, pull his skate out from between his pads or anything like that. Just kind of stood there and held his arms up, and
once again,
goalie interference.
Goalie interference on Ryan Romeo. Again, an offensive zone penalty. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not quite sure how and why but nonetheless, they did get tangled up. He did interfere with the goaltender, so it's a good call. Back on the power play comes Quad City, the third of the night, 0 for 2 thus far. 17:38 to go here in the second period. Bulls up by 4. Michael Moran on the draw for Quad City. Looks like he's going to get tossed. And the small one, Cole Golka comes in, takes the draw and wins. Palmerville has it. Palmerville sends a wrister blocker save made. Chase Carter banks one off the boards and clears the zone. Palmerville better hurry. Carson Rose tried to take it away, almost did.
Good hustle by Rose.
Now Cole Golka brings it back into the Bull zone. Tries to get past Carter, couldn't do it. Loose puck in the corner, played by Quad City. Now Palmerville has it. Rose on him. Palmerville, cross-ice pass, looking for Marcin Kavix, couldn't connect. Now Chase Carter wraps one, no mistake on that one. Smacks one off the board down the length of the ice. A minute and a half to go in the power play for Quad City. Palmerville behind his own net, steps out in front, back for Marcin Kavix. Marcin Kavix gets past McTavish, has the puck in the corner. Centers a pass in front, score! TJ Delaney took the pass right out in front, nobody on him, Greg. And Delaney in his first game gets his first goal for Quad City on the power play.
Well, and that's one thing I noticed about Marcin Kavix in the first period, Joey. The guy's shifty with the puck, especially on the outside, making a bunch of moves. In the first period, he just missed the read off of his shifty moves, and there came down, sucked a couple guys to him. That opened up Delaney in the slot. Nice little nifty backhander to Delaney, and Delaney just with a chip shot over the pad of Stewart.
Delaney's first goal of the year in his first game for Quad City cuts the lead for Birmingham to 4-1 as we're back to action. Now puck is loose, taken by Joey Kolatarsi. He'll send it into the Quad City zone. No icing. Here's the call to goal.
TJ Delaney, the assist, number 89, Patrick Marcinkiewicz, and number 4, Dillian Fournier. Goal scored.
Fournier and Marcinkiewicz on the assist. Power play goal for Quad City, and Birmingham's lead is now at 4-1. Both teams with one power play goal each. Puck in the Quad City zone, picked up by Virgili. He'll send one around the boards back into center ice where Carson Vance has it for Birmingham. Gives it for Firth, who'll send it in. Played behind the net by Birkin. Along the near side, Birmingham careful, almost had too many men on the ice. Back comes Levesque. Into the ball zone, looking for Virgili in front, out of his reach. Right in, plays it ahead for Donahue. Donahue gets past one defense. Donahue with a sharp riser. Tried to pick that top corner on the right side, couldn't do it. It goes into the netting and out of play. Face off to the left of Bailey Birkin.
And I tell you what, Quad City right there on that play, Jody, coming down. They had numbers on them with number 11 Palmerville jumping into the play. They had a 4-on-2, but it just looked like a 3-on-2 from their standpoint. They tried to make a pass across the front, leave it for that high trailer, and they would have had another good scoring opportunity.
Now Romeo sends one around the boards down low behind the net. Donahue in front. Shot taken. Glover. Save made. Rebound far side. First shot goes wide, and the puck escapes the zone. Birmingham will have to clear the zone as Romeo sent it in with Bulls players in the zone, so no offside. Picked up there by Lindbergh. He'll send it behind his own net off the stick of Emoff. Now Rose intercepts the pass. He'll send it behind the net near side. Romeo plays it behind the net. Carson Rosedale lets it go back for Firth. Centering pass intercepted by Quad City, and back comes the Storm through center ice. Seacoast tries to, Emoff that is, gets past Romeo but loses the puck. Puck paid on the side now. Emoff goes down still on his knees behind the play. Dylan Johnson cuts in front. Wrap around, no go. As the save was made, St. Pierre took the puck. Now Emoff holding on to what looks like his neck, Greg. As he gets up, as the whistle blew, and he'll skate. I don't see any blood trailing, but he is definitely running basically in the hall underneath the bench. I don't see a trail of blood, which is a good sign. That's a dangerous thing when a player grabs his neck. You always seem to think of the worst. Anything can happen.
Well, in that situation, you saw Emoff coming around the net, and he had speed, and Firth dumped the puck off over to his partner behind, and he came in to finish his check, and as he did, Firth was turning, and I don't know if he ran his Adam's apple right up the shaft of his stick, but it was kind of a weird one where he kind of led with his face, and Firth turning around kind of caught him off guard, and he wasn't trying to intentionally hit him with his stick, but he just kind of jumped into his stick, and anything in the neck area, that's where it is, from kind of that top of your chest all the way up just to the visor. A hockey player has zero protection aside from a mouth guard. So
we know what happened in England this past winter when a hockey player basically took a skate to the jugular and died on the ice. And I remember Clint Malarchuk back in the day, goaltender for the Buffalo Sabres, took a skate to the neck, blood everywhere. He's lucky to be alive. So anytime I see a player grab their neck after they've been down, it makes me nervous. But I see no trail of blood behind, so you probably are right. Probably got him right in the Adam's apple, and that's not a fun thing to do when you get hit right there.
And that's interesting, Jody, you brought that up, and I'll tell you, when I was at Sabres camp in '93, it's when Dominic Hasek got traded from Chicago, and guess who the fourth goalie was in camp coming back from his neck slashing incident?
Wow. That was a scary incident with Malarchuk when he went down. I remember that like it was yesterday. Okay, back under action here. Birmingham gains control of the faceoff. Now a shot taken, goes wide, and in front, McGregor Sinclair taken down by Virgili. No call, puck bounces, kept alive by Jonathan Pace. Sent it to the far corner, 14.5 to go, second period. Sinclair takes it behind the net. St. Pierre on him. Loose puck picked up by Dylan Johnson. Back for Chase Carter, near side. Pace sends a wrister. Save made. Rebound right through the crease. Rose, that is, just missed by a foot. As there was a yawning side to that net. He just couldn't wrap it around and curl it in. Jonathan Pace takes it for Birmingham. Takes a big hit. Sends it back into the Quad City zone.
Well, that's the thing you noticed with Burke and Jody. When he came out and made that first save, he's very aggressive coming out of his crease. And Rose picked up his own rebound, had him dead to rights if he could just get the puck around him, and he slid it over there to the far side, just missed.
Now played in the Bull zone. Joey Cole with Tarsi with it. Has Wiesner there, but he couldn't connect. Fournier plays it ahead for Quad City. Cole with Tarsi. Off the boards through center ice, past Fournier. Atchison, that is, going in after it, couldn't come up with it. Played along the near side. Virgili backhands one, taken away by Donahue. He gives it for Atchison, played down low. Seacoast gives it near side. Loose puck there as Virgili loses it to Donahue. Birmingham takes it away. Donahue with the puck. For Kozelwald, the shot off the shaft of the stick of the netminder Bailey Burke, and the save is made. Now Donahue into a little shoving match there with Levesque. He's going to lose that one. He'll skate away.
Yeah, that's one of those ones there, Jody, where I saw the Bulls. They just kind of took the puck across the blue line there and just dumped it soft in the corner, and there's not really that forecheck that they had going in the first period, but that was some nice transition through the neutral zone there, and you saw Kozarev attacking that zone with speed, and that's where the Bulls have their success. They're so fast when they go.
Have you seen the Birmingham style of play any differently than the first? Do you think they've slowed down somewhat?
It's a little more conservative, maybe.
Okay. That's what I was more concerned about, that they would ease off the gas somewhat. But if you say they haven't, I agree with you. I'm beginning to wonder a little bit now. The Bulls lead cut 4-3. Next goal going to make things interesting one way or another as Michael Moran has it, brings it in the Bulls zone. His shot, stick save made by Stewart. Tuck along the far boards, kept alive by Quad City. Behind the Birmingham net. Levesque has it. He'll skate away with it. Looks for a place to go. Nikola Levesque back at the point. Lindbergh, look out. He almost lost it to Kozarev. Shot taken far side. Save made by Stewart. Is this loose along this near side? Drake Glover comes away with it, and he'll just lift one into center ice.
And I don't think so much about the Bulls have changed their game. I think Quad City, they're using a little more speed and taking a little more offensive chances here.
Now Marcin Kavic brings it into the Bulls zone. It bounces off his stick. Loose in front of the Quad City net, taken by the Storm. Seacoast, he'll backhand one far corner. Tucker Firth in after it. He'll wrap one trying to set it up for Rose. Taken by Ryan Romeo. Sinclair takes a big hit there. He goes down. Loose puck played into the Quad City zone behind the net. Palmerville has it. Physical play beginning to pick up a little bit here as we come through center ice. Palmerville has it. Far side pass. Another hit there. Carter on Emoff. Birmingham's Chase Carter behind his own net. Waits for some help. McTavish comes in, circles. Carter gives it up for Jonathan Pace. Far side Rose for Chase Carter. Birmingham through center ice. Deflected off the stick of McTavish, but not in. St. Pierre deflected, and they'll take control there. Momont gives it for St. Pierre. Front of the Bulls bench, Delaney tips it into the Bulls zone. Ahead for now, Wiesner gives it up for Atchison. Atchison, backhander, save made. He had the forehand shot opportunity there, Greg, but he elected to come back on a backhand, and it was a weak one. Maybe he had that one back, you'd shoot the puck forehand that way.
Well, and it seems like Wiesner's having a really great night tonight, Jody, because I tell you what, coming across that blue line, taking the puck wide there like he did, and then just a little no-look backhand sauce through the legs of the Quad City defender to put action in one on Birkin basically, but I'm telling you, that was a great play by Wiesner off the wall.
Face off in the Quad City zone. Glover on the draw for Birmingham, loses it, picks up by Momont.
Is that 8?
I'm sorry?
8 broken sticks.
That's another one, you're right. Everywhere. Now Kolatarski takes the centering pass in the slot. Slap shot goes wide, loose. At the top of the face-off circle, played by the Bulls. Gets past Bailey Birkin in the corner. Puck freezes right there. Picked up by the Bulls. There's a shot save made off the stick of Kozarev, and Quad City clears. All the way down into the Bulls zone. Kolatarski has it. Look out, almost ran into Kozarev and coughed it up. He'll give it to Kozarev. Near side pass off the mark. And Quad City takes it. Lindbergh gives it up far side now. This Firth, Rose takes his man down. Loose puck now picked up by Quad City. And they'll send one to center ice. 9:40 to go, second period. Birmingham 4, Quad City 1 as Dylan Johnson backs off. He'll give it up for Tucker Firth. Return for Johnson. Takes a hit from Marcin Kavic, coughs it up. Now Moran has it. Near corner in front for Marcin Kavic off the heel of his stick. Played along the far boards. Wiesner has it. He has Sinclair with him. Wiesner skates left wing side. Drops it back for Carson Vance. Backhanded a pass. Takes a hit. Goes down. Sinclair turns and spins and sends it around the boards. Virgili drops it off for his defense. Marcin Kavix now has it for Moran. Return for Patrick. Marcin Kavix gets around Atchison. Good play by Romeo to tie him up and void that shot. Birmingham's McTavish has it. If they hurry 3-on-2. McTavish with Wiesner. McTavish far side Johnson, or Atchison that is. His shot goes wide. Romeo picks the loose puck up all the way back in center ice and he'll bring it in. But ahead of the play, I believe that's Donnie offside. And there's Delaney over there for Quad City along with McTavish having a little discussion with Firth. But everybody will skate away and we'll calm down for a minute. 8:38 to go. Second period of play. Bulls up by 3.
And you can see so far here, the first, 11 minutes and 42 seconds, Quad City, they are coming with some speed and a lot more physicality than we saw in the first period, Jody. And I think that's the difference there when you look at it, because when a team is physical and they finish their checks, you really shorten up the ice in those big skating lanes that the Bulls had in the first period. And, once you get going, just kind of like Pensacola, we talk about them a lot when they play here in Birmingham. You give them open lanes, they go north and south.
Yeah, they don't waste time.
That's it. Same thing for the Bulls.
Marcin Kavix has made his mark on this team. He's very small, but very quick, diminutive, very good with the puck, just like his brother Dom, who won the cup last year in Roanoke against Birmingham. I find it odd that they were on the same team in Roanoke just a week ago. From what I hear, couldn't get along well enough to stay on the same team together. Two brothers split up. And I'm sure there's a lot more to the story than what I just said. But anytime you have two brothers playing together and they can't play together, wow, makes you wonder.
It does, and that's another set of brothers we have to add to the SPHL brothers list.
I've never seen so many in that. Back come Quad City, a shot taken far side. Goes wide, and Romeo takes the loose puck, and he'll send one through center ice. Donnie, you couldn't catch up with it. Elliott St. Pierre does. Now Palmerville has it. Just inside the blue line. There's Golka with a shot save. Made it a nice kick save. Made by Stewart. That one had eyes on it, Greg.
Stewart out there got the big right pad down. Here comes Quad City again.
Now in front of the net is played. That's Koash with a shot at it. He had a chance of one-hander. He couldn't get all of it on it. Save was made, and Birmingham will clear. Quad City starting to bring a little heat. And the chances are starting to mount. Now it's played through center ice. Carter takes it away. Drop pass back. Dylan Ray Dean had it poked away from him. Rose brings it in ahead of the play, so Birmingham has to back out of the zone as Quad City will send it right back in behind Hayden Stewart. Played along the near side. Atchison has it. And he'll just turn and spin, send it to center ice. 7 minutes to go. Second period. Birmingham 4. Quad City 1. Much different hockey game this period than we saw in the first. That changing goaltender may have had something to do with it.
Well, and you can see the difference for the Bulls, too, even in their own zone, Jody. It seems like we're keeping 3 and 4 guys back, just sending one guy on the forecheck, and it's just a little different style.
Fournier sends it up as Imhoff has it. Has Levesque with him. Imhoff centered a pass to the slot. Nobody there. Picked up by Lundqvist. A shot save made by Stewart. Far side, Marcin Kavix has it. He'll keep it in zone. Gives it near side, Lindbergh. Wraps one around the boards past Chase Carter. Now behind the net for Levesque. Levesque tied up by McTavish. Chase Carter picks the loose puck up. Pace takes that from Carter and can't clear. Now Jonathan Pace with it. He'll try this side. Wiesner can't get it out. Lindbergh keeps it alive for Quad City. Along the near boards, now McTavish comes in along with Pace. Marcin Kavix comes out with a puck, a centering pass, no one there. Lindbergh has it far side, drops it back. That's Marcin Kavix, a shot whistled wide. This kid's all over the ice. Lindbergh has it now. Played down low. Chase Carter will try and take it away and get it out. Birmingham having issues now. Wiesner finally does for Atchison, who just gingerly tips it into the zone. Birmingham a much needed line change. Through center ice. Momont has it, intercepted by Vance, and a nice play. Carson Vance brings it right back in. He takes the shot. Birkin easily gloves it and holds on for the faceoff. Greg, right now, Birmingham may have the lead 4-1 and may be out shooting Quad City almost 2-1, but right now Quad City's taking it to the Bulls.
Yeah, they're coming back. They're getting some shots in, but definitely a lot stronger on the forecheck, making things happen. And Jody, when we hit our next media timeout here, let's have a little conversation about Marcinkiewicz, because I'm seeing some interesting things. I hear what you're saying, but I'm picking up on some very small things.
Off the draw, puck in the Quad City zone. Kolatarski can't keep it in. Glover back. He'll send a lazy pass cross ice. Vance luckily got up through it first, but intercepted by Seacoast, and here comes Quad City. As Golka backhands one down into the Bull zone. Seacoast picks it up. Far corner. Tommy Seacoast gets past Vance, who is being tied up. Loose puck. Right at the bottom of the face-off circle. Golka had it. Still loose. Picked up by Vance right through that goal crease, and Birmingham clears. Pressure all on Quad, so quit being put on by Quad City as we speak. Now Donahue had a chance at it, poked away from him. Picked up by Koash, Scott Koash. Ahead for Golka, out of his reach. Tucker Firth will pick it up for Birmingham. Birmingham sets it up far side. Tucker Firth. Ahead for Johnson, off his skates. Sinclair will catch up with it first in the corner. Sinclair with St. Pierre being tied up. Puck comes free. Birmingham's Carson Rose has it. They'll set it up for Sinclair. Drop pass. Firth, a shot. Save made. He gloves it and he holds on for a face-off. 4:21 remaining. Second period play. Bulls 4, Quad City 1.
So Jody, here's a little Drev insight here, and you know, I don't think we're saying anything wrong, but I've watched a lot of hockey, and there's one thing from even Alabama's standpoint when I coach my team in AAU, what I tell the guys is we never show your cards about how you're feeling, whether it's towards another player, towards yourself, what's going on in the game, towards the referee, right? Don't bang your stick on the boards. Don't, mouth off to the referee. Don't take a 10-minute misconduct. If something needs to be said, I'll say it. Marcinkiewicz, the kid, you're right. He is all over the ice. Yep. He's got moves. He's shifty. I mean, making plays that, we see in street hockey a lot. Not so much, on the ice, but the kid definitely has confidence and stuff. But what I picked up on, I'm wondering to maybe go into that question. Well, you were talking about why did two brothers not play on the same team? The kid cuts around top. He's got Palmerville down here on the left D. Gives it to Palmerville. Yeah, Palmerville missed the read. He should have gave it back to Marcinkiewicz, so he had a great slot opportunity shot. He didn't make it. He dumped it deep, and Marcinkiewicz looks at him and bangs his stick on the ice to let him know, hey, give me the puck, I'm wide open. And I'm wondering...
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Something is going on. I mean, when you have two brothers that have the opportunity to play together, I mean, that's kind of special. Not everybody gets that opportunity, and to have it split up, there's got to be reasons for it. You may be onto something, a little selfishness maybe.
I don't know what you call it, but it's something there, and I picked up on it in that one little play.
But he's talented.
Very talented. Kid's unreal skill. Individual skill.
Well, his brother, if you remember last year, was held out of action in one regular season game here because of the same incident. He had problems on the bench. They somehow cleared that up, and Don Marcinkiewicz went on to have a great playoff and win the cup for them. Back comes Birmingham's Dylan Johnson. Puts the brakes on, says what up, Sinclair off the post!
Wow.
Nice feed there from Johnson, and Sinclair just millimeters off. Now Moran has it, brings it right back in, whistles one wide. Carson Rose has it, two men back for Quad City. Rose takes a shot, blocker save. Made by Birkin, and Momot has it for Quad City, ahead off the stick of Marcinkiewicz. Chase Carter on him, catches up with it first. Carter gives it for Ray Dean, ahead for Matt Wiesner, has McTavish with him. Now Lundquist ties up. Wiesner played along right out in front of crazy pass.
Your favorite.
Right through the goal crease. Golka made it. Nobody was there, though, and he got away with it. Played behind the net now. Bailey Birkin backhands one around the boards, but not out. Kept alive by the Bulls. Golka has it far side. Chase Carter Can't get it away from him, and back comes Seacoast. Seacoast avoids the hit, but costs the puck up. Chase, Jonathan Pace, that is, picks it up for Birmingham, and the Bulls clear. McTavish, nobody back to help him, so he'll skate back through center ice while the Bulls were changing. Now Kolatarsi sends one, wraps one off the glass, bad hop. Nobody was in front, but no Bull was there to capitalize. Now puck played right through the slot. Kozarev picks it up, centering pass score! Drake Glover off a beauty pass right from Nikita Kozarev. Upstairs, Drake Glover once again, huge addition to the Bulls in the offseason, picks up his 19th of the year.
What a smart play by Kozarev coming in on that left side, and we talked about it earlier about how Birkin was so aggressive coming out at those shots from the sides. And Kozarev sucked him right out of the crease. He came out to play the shot. Kozarev identified it, little spin, backdrop to Glover in the slot, and wide open net.
Kozarev, a nifty play, gives the Bulls off the stick, that is, of Glover's. Gives the Bulls a 5-1 lead. 2:19 to go here in the second period. That goal from Glover, 17:32. We'll get the call in a moment. Now Kozarev had it, taken down. Here's the call now in front. Backhander goes wide.
His 19th goal of the season. The assist, number 7, Nikita Kozarev, and number 8, Scott
Donahue on the secondary assist. Quad City clears the puck through center ice. Kolatarsi can't catch up with it. A shot taken there by Palmerville. Goes a little wide of the net. That was Emoff, excuse me. Birmingham's Kolatarsi has it now. Johnson and Levesque pushing and shoving. Nothing come of it yet. As Fournier picks it up for Quad City. He'll put the brakes on. Sends one through center ice for Levesque. Angrily backhands one into the Bull zone. Comes off the bench. Now played. Moran has it. Loses it to Sinclair. Sinclair gives it to Carson Rose through center ice. Rose gets into the Quad City zone. Poke checked away from him. Romeo will keep it alive for Birmingham. Around the boards is played behind the net. Birkin leaves it for his defense. Picked up there by Quad City through center ice. Marston Kavix has it. Marston Kavix can't get past 3 Bulls players. 3-on-2 Birmingham if they hurry. McTavish with Wiesner. McTavish loses the puck. It bounced off his stick. Delaney will pick it up for Quad City, and he'll clear. Another stick losses. This time is Ray Dean. I'm telling you, something's going on. Sticks all over the place all night long. Exploding, cracking, breaking. Birmingham in their own zone with 30 seconds to go here in the period. They'll try one last time. McTavish through center ice. Dumps one deep. Played behind the net by Birkin. Along the near side. Birmingham's Glover keeps it alive. Pace down low. Back for Pace. Rister. Save made. Rebound loose. Right in front of Birkin. Still loose. Quad City can't clear. Bounces over the stick lane. They were down to 10 seconds to go. Glover has it. Far side. Chase Carter. Shot. Save made. Rebound still loose. Birkin couldn't find it. Quad City will clear. And this period is over with a flurry of opportunity for Birmingham there in the waning seconds, the last 20 seconds or so of the second period. And right now, Quad City's lucky it's not 7 or 8 to 1, Greg.
Well, you can see the difference there in the last 3 minutes, Jody. I think the Bulls really turned the gas on there, and they came and they brought everything. You just saw how quick they were transitioning through the neutral zone, north and south, tape-to-tape passes in the offensive zone. And I tell you what, when they got back to pressuring Quad City down low and putting traffic in front of Birkin, he had trouble seeing those shots. And there's a lot of rebounds kicking around and flopping around in the slot out there. So you are right. They are lucky they got away with only giving up one that period. But all in all, a better period by Quad City, I think. And, Bulls did a good job to come out of this one. Stewart making big saves. And I'm all right with that second period. Just come on out in the third and let's bring this one home.
Well, you need to go ahead and put the foot on the neck right here. And I hate putting in those words, but let's finish this. You're up 5-1. You had a 4-goal lead in the second period. He gave up one and gave him a little bit of life, especially as they changed goaltenders and went with Bailey Birkin. But you want to come out and finish this and get this one over with, not to relax the rest of the evening, but let's come out and get another 2 or 3 goals and let's blow this one open. Now, I was pointing just a second ago. I don't know if you saw me. I was trying to get your attention, Greg. Ray Pack, the equipment manager, longtime Birmingham Bull stalwart, so to speak. He and I have lots of stories that we could go back and tell about road trips, but when he was walking off the ice just then, I'm not exaggerating, he had at least 6-6 in his hand. And he was going off the ice with broken stick after broken stick. Look, you played the game. What would cause that? All of a sudden, so many sticks to just disintegrate, to explode, to break in half, to come loose from the shaft. What's going on?
The only thing that I can think of, Jody, and I'm wondering if the Bulls have had a road trip recently that maybe it was warm on the bottom of the bus or something, but that's the only thing that really makes those sticks shatter like that, is when you take them from a hot environment into a super cold environment or vice versa, then that carbon fiber gets a little bit brittle. But I'm telling you, maybe it's really cold down on the rink surface tonight, and the sticks are having a hard time making the transition. But, I mean, they're just breaking in half. I'm going to have to ask Pac-Man if he'll give me some of those shafts, and I might build a coffee table.
Well, I'd like to know what the difference is between tonight and previous nights. You know, sticks shouldn't act or shouldn't be doing the things they're doing. I've just never seen them littered all over the ice. No. You know, and that brings me, and I probably is a segue to a story here, and I talked about it a little earlier, but Stan Mikita and Bobby Hull just happened to luckily figure out something one day in practice back in the day with the Chicago Blackhawks. They put their sticks, this was back when all sticks were straight. The blades of the stick were straight. You could actually control the puck, stick handle well, and have good backhanders. They put their sticks in a tub of boiling water and then stuck the blade of their sticks in a door shaft to curve it, just to see what would happen. And they went out in practice and found out the velocity, the speed, the accuracy of which they could shoot the puck, and of course, it's history from here on out. Everybody plays with that curved stick. I saw this on a Hockey Night in Canada broadcast. Stan Mikita and Hull were both, it's happened, I believe, in the 1963 season. They tried to stop them from doing it, but there was nothing in the rules that said you couldn't. Only later on, you remember the old stick gauge? Mm-hmm. Everybody would bring that out in the last 30 seconds or last 2 minutes of a game to try and get a legal stick penalty back in the day. But you don't see that anymore either. I don't know why, but maybe everything is just preset at the factory. But
you know, rule changes. They don't want to see them slowing down the game, and there are still calls that you can make and stuff like that. But definitely, you're right. People used to call goalie pads. I was the worst back when I played. I think mine were about 17 inches across, and you know, the league minimum was about 15 at the time. So everybody calls different stuff. But I tell you what, Jody, and I'm going to see if I can find something on this tonight when I get home. But I would like to see some footage, because when you talk about Hull and Mikita curving their sticks, the goalies didn't wear masks up until that point.
Right.
And I would like to see some early footage of those guys out there with their curved sticks and ripping pucks, and see the look on the goalies' faces.
That has to be
wearing the mask back down. It just like the sticks changed. That also, not only did it change the offense and the puck velocity, but it changed the goalie's game, because the first one to figure it out was Jacques Plante, made his own fiberglass mask.
Exactly. I remember one of the first memories I have of goaltenders, and I'll date myself here, but I remember Gary Cheevers of the Bruins had a face mask that had stitches. He had painted it to where it had stitches all over his face mask. And but you're right, Jacques Plante was the first one to say, enough of this. I'm not going to die out here on the ice. I don't know. It's really fun to go back and listen to history. Look, I was a history teacher in school. I was a history major in college. History is nothing more than either a written record or spoken word of past events. And when I hear things like this happening and hear why they happen or who they happen to, it's just very, very interesting to me, and things that I hold on to. I love hockey as it is anyway, But to have hockey history on top of it, well, now you're talking. I could go on forever about history in hockey, though. I mean, records that will never be broken. We talked a little bit about that early on, and everybody goes nuts over Alex Ovechkin chasing Wayne Gretzky's goal total. Whatever. Alex Ovechkin has 37% of his goals are scored on the power play. Gretzky's was less than 20%. It's not even comparable. You can't tell me that Alex Ovechkin is in the same conversation with Gretzky when those numbers are right there in front of you. But either way, hockey's a great game, and I'm so happy to be a part of it, at least at the level we are. We got 20 minutes to go. Now, Greg, I'll ask you this. It's pretty clear and it's evident, at least to me, the outcome of this game, unless something miraculous takes place. Is something going to be in the works to lay the groundwork for tomorrow night, such as, are we about to see a big hit? Are we about to see a dirty hit? Are we about to see gloves being thrown on the ice? What kind of message, if you're Quad City, do you want to send to Birmingham knowing you got a game right back here tomorrow night?
Well, Jody, I think that if you're Quad City, they did exactly what they wanted to do in the second period is they came back and they established themselves and they said, hey, enough's enough. We're going to, put up the blinders here. You're not going to get any more goals on us. We're going to start bringing our game. And they started that when they started the physical play.
Yeah.
And they started just moving the puck, stop trying to be fancy. And I think a little bit of it, too, is when you're coming into the home rink of the number one team in the league, Jody, I think that your tendencies is that you want to come in, you're like, you know what, we just got to keep them off the board. And sometimes when you play that, in my perspective, the best defense you can have is being aggressive. Being aggressive on your kill, aggressive on your dumps, your forechecks, all that stuff. And to me, Quad City was just kind of real conservative in the first. And sometimes when you try that, and, the New Jersey Devils were great at it back in the day, with that left wing lock and different things like that.
Trap you into a ball.
But I tell you what, when you try and trap and it doesn't work, you just have a bad night and you give up a lot of goals. But I think Quad City, they put the brakes on. They came out, they had a strong second period. And, take away the first, where it was 4-0, I think you just write that one off because you've got 6 periods of hockey in 2 days. And, hey, look at that second period. That was a 1-1 hockey game.
Well, we've seen it far too many times. You want to send a message. You want the other team to know the score may be 5-1, but we're not 5-1 worse than you. We're going to show you. And things tend to happen. There's boys being boys out on the rink. So either way, it's going to be an interesting third period from my perspective just to see what Quad City does, how they handle it. I don't want Birmingham to take the foot completely off the gas, but I certainly understand slowing things down as well, like you said. So, all right, we're at the end of 2 periods of play. Jody Trudisky here along with Greg Dreveny. 5-1 Birmingham over Quad City. Stay with us, everyone. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey. Jody Shredesky here, along with Greg Jevany, set for third period action. Birmingham 5, Quad City 1. Out shooting Quad City 32-18 thus far. Be an interesting 20 minutes already. I see Levesque and Donahue having words before the puck's even dropped. There, Greg, I don't know what's going to happen. We've seen it before.
Let him go.
We've seen it before.
Right off the hop.
There we go. Levesque tried, but didn't work.
Oh, it's Kozarev.
Now it's played into the Quad City zone. Kozarev catches up with it first. Centering pass intercepted by Levesque. Kozarev takes it right back away from him. Off the board, sets it up for Vance. Vance sends one in, deflected wide. Back at the point, Kolatarsi. Down low for Kozarev. Near side, Vance. Vance sends one looking for a deflection. Glover had it, but it didn't make it through. Now it's in front. Glover with a shot save made by Birkin. Right on the stick of Glover, and he did nothing, but yet he's being horse-collared by two different Quad City players. Donahue as well, pushing and shoving.
That's it. Work
And
up.
the face-off circle, and here we go. Elliott St. Pierre and Donahue go down in a heap. Not a punch thrown as of yet. Along the side, Drake Glover questioning what is going on. He did nothing, and he's right when two players basically grabbed him around the neck and threw him to the ice.
Well, and I think you'll see referee Grooms here, Jody, will clean this up, and he'll probably end up sending about 4 guys to the box here, and we'll see where it goes. But you asked what Quad City, what do you do in this situation where you got a game tomorrow night? And from a Quad City standpoint, this is what you want to do. You want to come up, you want to show them, hey, we're not going to lay down. And I'll tell you what, in the chat over the break, Ryan Lampton had a great comment, and he said, the Bulls need to find a way to make teams quit. So that's a great way of saying a lot of those things and summarizing what we were talking about. You don't take your foot off the gas.
No, you don't.
And you just stay on them until they slow up. But
You got to have the personnel to pull that off.
that's true.
In one way or another, whether it be physically or skill-wise, and I'm not sure we're exactly there yet on either one of those two. We're working to get it's a work in progress. But either way, that right there, Keith Cruz was the official the other night between Roanoke and Knoxville when you basically had two players get suspended for a total of 30 games. So I don't think he's going to allow this to get out of hand like that one did the other night. But here's the call.
Number 12, Elliott St. Pierre, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 12, Elliott St. Pierre, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 16, Nicola Levesque, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 16, Nicola Levesque, 2 minutes for roughing. Birmingham penalties. Number 8, Scott Donahue, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 8, Scott Donahue, 2 minutes for roughing. And number 19, Drake Glover, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 19, Drake Glover, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of all penalties, 36 seconds.
Well, Greg, I have to ask you, I saw it take
Both
place.
teams even
I didn't
strength.
see Drake Glover do anything, much less do anything to get a call for roughing. He was doing nothing but holding on. Two players were on him. How can he get a call for roughing? Come on, answer. How can he do that?
I got to agree with you there, but
Yeah.
you know what, Joey? Here's the 9 yards of it. Back in the day, I always said to the guys, you know what, if you get tangled up and you're going to go get 2 minutes for roughing, then make it worth your 2 minutes.
Yeah, make it count. All right, we're going to be 4-on-4, at least unless something else is called. Opens up the ice for Birmingham. Obviously the quicker skating of the two, unless Marcin Kavich is out there, which he is. And Birmingham's Carson Rose skates through center ice, drops it back. Vance will have it for Birmingham. Just underway, third period. Bulls up by 4. 5-1 as Kolatarsi rips one around the boards. Sinclair has it. Sinclair tried to drop it back on the points. Marcin Kavich intercepts for Quad City. And the Storm will start the play. 4-on-4 is always interesting hockey to me. Back comes Marcin Kavich, tries to gain control of the Bull zone. Can't get past Vance. Fournier picks it up for Quad City. 2 Bulls on him. Loose behind the net. Marcin Kavich had it in front. Fournier couldn't get control of the puck. He was all alone. Now Vance gives one near side for Romeo. Soft pass off the boards. and it gets out into center ice.
You see Quad City coming with that two-man forecheck, putting a lot of pressure on the Bulls back there behind the Bulls goal line.
When you get that forechecking in there, you're going to leave the back end open. Lots of opportunities for Birmingham if they can capitalize. Now the puck is played. Firth's going to get a penalty, and he did. He just yanked him. He held him. Not quite sure why you do that in the offensive zone, Greg, but now we're going to have a 4-on-3 advantage for Quad City. Why in the world would you just grab somebody by the collar, hold him right in front of the referee in an offensive zone when you're...
Birmingham penalty number 5, Tucker Firth, 2 minutes for holding.
Oh, well.
Yeah, a little bit out of his element there. Firth jumped in on the play, was looking to get in there on the forecheck and grabbed him, but I thought they were going to actually call that on Johnson, and not on Johnson, but on the Quad City defender. Got his stick up on Johnson coming into the net and caught him up top on the chin, but...
That was an easy call to make, though, Greg.
Oh, yeah, it was.
I mean, he held him in so clear as day up here. 4-on-3.
Right in front of the referee, nonetheless.
4-on-3 for Quad City. Face off in the Bull zone, controlled by Birmingham. This Jonathan Pace. He tries to wrap one off the boards. It makes it all the way back down in the Quad City zone, where Fournier will pick it up. They'll try and hustle here. We're down to another 25 seconds of 4-on-3 hockey, and then we'll go 5-on-4. Fournier has the puck through the slot. He'll cut. Send it near side for Moran. Moran, a wrister, well wide of the net, picked up far side by Golka. We're down to 10 seconds in the 4-on-3. Fournier has it for Marcinkiewicz. Back for Golka's shot whistle wide. Birmingham's Carter, good job. One hand's a clearing pass out and back. We are to 5-on-4 hockey now as both Quad City and Birmingham returns players to the ice. Marcinkiewicz through center ice. Cuts past Glover. Holds on to the puck. Sends it near side. Momot a shot well wide of the net. He had a good opportunity there. Golka loses the puck. Wiesner can't clear. His stick exploded again. This is unbelievable. Wiesner had a good opportunity to clear but couldn't because his stick did. Now it's loose along this near side. 2 players go down. Penalty coming up as the whistle blows. Greg, I'm not just exaggerating or saying something to be saying something, but what in the world is happening with these sticks on the ice? Another stick for Birmingham explodes.
It's uncanny. And Joe, you almost got to wonder if the Quad City mascot didn't get down there before the game and take a hacksaw or something and just cut into some of the bull sticks, maybe just a quarter of an inch. But, I mean, every one of those sticks is breaking in that same spot, just about, 2.5 inches above the blade. And Marcinkiewicz, nonetheless, he's going to go to the box.
Well, they're still down. The player down for Quad City along the near side up against the boards. I don't know who it is. I can't see.
That's who it is. It's Marcinkiewicz, because he was the one as he came in. And you talked about when you're shifty with the puck, but sometimes you can make just one too many moves, and he had an opportunity there. He tried the toe drag. It got poked away from him, from the Birmingham defender. Marcinkiewicz caught on his heels, had to dive and swing his stick, and that's what created the tripping penalty and landed on top of him in the corner. So
he's up to his sticks now. He's fine, I'm sure, but I'm just intrigued about what's going on with the sticks. I'm going to talk after the game with Ray Pack, and knowing Ray, here's his exact words. Oh, no, Jody, it just happened. I don't know what's going on. Ray's such a good guy, but there's something happening with the hockey sticks on the Bulls bench. I don't know what, but there's something happening. Could it be possible there's a bad shipment of sticks?
Could be.
I mean, something as simple as that.
Just a defect. It happens. But nonetheless, it'll be interesting to see here because there was a penalty called. Marcinkiewicz left the ice. I don't know if he went down underneath, but they're going to send Gullo over to serve his penalty. So,
well, with 46 seconds remaining on the original call to Tucker Firth, that means we'll have 4-on-4 hockey. Here's the call.
Marcinkiewicz, 2 minutes for tripping. Number 8.
Marcinkiewicz gets the tripping call. So for 46 more seconds, unless something else is called, we'll have 4-on-4 hockey. Then Birmingham for 1:14 will be on the power play. All right, we'll try this now. Virgili has the puck for Quad City. He'll drop it back behind his net. And back comes Palmerville slowly through center ice. Ahead for Virgili. Pace on him. Virgili with a shot gloved there by Stewart. And he takes a little snow to the face there as Gorka came in on him with Chase Carter on Gorka, but Stewart made the save but got the snow on top of it.
Well, and I get it, Jody, when you've got a guy like Levesque who's a little bigger in stature, you know what I mean, and he looks like a big lumbering Hulk out there, but Cole Golka to go out that and throw snow in, there's no reason why any one of the Bulls shouldn't have answered that bell.
Golka's not a very large guy either. You would think that someone, but either way, back to action here. 20 seconds remaining on 4-on-4 hockey as Chase Carter with the puck. Drops it back. Near side comes Jonathan Pace. Pace gains the red line, sends it in. He'll come off for a change. Puck along the near side, played by Quad City's Golka. Brings it back into the Bull zone. Golka shot well high and wide. It may have deflected off the stick of Carson Vance, but it's into the netting and out of play. So with 4 seconds remaining on the penalty to Tucker first, a minute 19 to go in the penalty to Marcin Kavics. Birmingham about to become the recipient of the power play for the third time tonight. They're 1 for 2 so far tonight. Quad City's had 5 power play opportunities, 1 of 5 on the night.
And Jody, I'm not talking about a mismatch, but you know what? I'd even like to see like Wiesner Golka. You can have a super lightweight out there and, you know, still take care of business.
Off the draw, Seacoast with a wrister save made by Stuart Birmingham on the power play. As Firth is out of the box. Now a big hit there, another penalty. This one coming up on Moran. Michael Moran is going to probably get a roughing call. I'll call interference. It could have been either two. Moran's arguing with the play. And to be honest with you, Greg, that may have, boy, the hit looked a lot worse than it was. Let me put it that way.
It did, and it's one of those things where it seems like we talk about it every night, Jody, about a situation and you said, who's going to do something? You know what? In between the second and third, I really didn't think that I was seeing anything out of Quad City where guys are going to go and they're going to take a shot at a Carson Rose like so many teams do in those guys. And that's, you know, one thing for the hockey gods out there. You know what? What do I want for Valentine's Day? There you go.
For unsportsmanlike conduct.
Now, wait a minute. They've received another
Pitch minor for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep. So
in addition to the interference call on Moran, the bench minor for unsportsmanlike. So now we're going to have 5-on-3 for a minute 1 at the very least.
No, more than that, because the second penalty won't start until the 101 drops off.
You are correct. You are correct.
What's that, 3 minutes on 5-on-3 maybe? Or a power play?
I have a prediction. Another call is going to be made. This one's going to be on Birmingham. Something's going to happen. There'll be a penalty, and it'll be on Birmingham, and mathematically will work itself out somehow. But as of now, Birmingham will be on a power play with 15:50 to go here in the third period, up by 4. Tommy Seacoast just shaking his head on the call. Marcin Kavics will go back in the box to serve that bench minor for unsportsmanlike. And Birmingham will have a 5-on-3 advantage.
Well, so that's interesting. So technically, Gullo went in for Marcin Kavics, so I wonder when this, well, no, nobody will come out of the box in 101. But the bottom line is, here's my prediction. My prediction is that Carson Rose is going to make Moran eat his actions there, and he's going to bury one here on this power play as soon as he steps on the ice.
And now Scott Koash goes across the ice into the penalty box. I guess they changed who they're going to allow to serve the penalty, as it looks like Gullo is coming out of the box. Now someone else come on, guys, let's make our minds up. Let's play hockey. What's going on?
Well, they can't figure it out because Koash is going across because they want him to serve the bench minor, and the refs got to figure out that Gullo was in there for Marcin Kavics, because I don't think they saw Marcin Kavics come across and get in the box. So
I'm not going to say what I want to say, but we've talked about this before coming into this game as to personnel. I'll leave it at that.
A lot going on down there, Jody. So
you got to figure this out. You got to play hockey. Come on, it's 15:50 to go. It's not that difficult. Send somebody over there to serve the penalty for the bench minor. The ones who are on the ice, one of those has to serve for the interference, and let's just play hockey.
There should only be 3 guys in the box.
The guys that are over there don't even know if they're supposed to be there. The door is still open. There's still discussion between the linesman and the referee. Keith Groom's trying to explain everything to them. I don't know if anybody knows what's going on. But you know what, Greg, when I get like this, you got to calm me down.
Oh, I like it,
say
Jody.
something.
I'm just letting you go tonight. Let's roll.
I'm this close to saying something that's going to get me in trouble.
Don't do it.
All right, everybody skates away, and Scott Coash throws his arms in the air. He has no idea what's going on. He's trying to explain to his coach, and he doesn't even know.
Says, Coach, you won't let me in the box. Now what do I do?
Now another whistle blows. We're going to hold up for a second, and I don't know why, but we'll try it again. Wow. Face-off in the Quad City zone, controlled by Birmingham. 2 players go down, no call, thank goodness, because I don't think we could figure out what to do if they did make the call. Vance, down low, plays it for Sinclair. Back for Carson Vance. 5-on-3 Bulls advantage. Shot taken by Rose, whistles high and wide. Quad City clears.
That's the only thing you got to be careful of here, Jody, on a 5-on-3. Some of the guys get a little complacent.
Rose brings it back into the zone, puts the brakes on, gives it to Vance. Return for Carson Rose. Kozarev has it. Curls away from Fournier.
Nice play.
Set it up for Vance. Vance thought about it, gave it for Carson Rose. We're down to 15 seconds to go on the 2-man advantage. There's a shot, slap shot, off the stick of Carson Vance, right into the belly of Bailey Birkin, and he'll hold on.
And there we saw it, Carson Rose. He had that opportunity. You see the Bulls looking to feed it in over to him, and he got it. Had a great opportunity and just blew it a few inches over the top of the net.
I want to see a little bit quicker shot selection here, but we should be, I don't know, there's a lot of passing going on out there and not a lot of shooting is my point.
Right.
Off the face-off, Birmingham controls. Chase Carter has it near side. Sends it back for Rose. There's Carter down low. Couldn't get it down low, looking for McTavish. Chase Carter picks it up. Back for Ryan Romeo. Romeo down low looking for Wiesner. Birmingham. The first power play opportunity is by the wayside. We're still 5-on-3 for another 50 seconds. Ryan Romeo shot save, and McTavish was right there, jumped on the rebound, but Bailey Birkin, equal to the task, makes the save, and he holds on.
And that's what I'm talking about, Jody. I like to see a lot of shots off there. You push it up, you got them 5-on-3. They're not pressuring you. Back and forth, get the goalie moving east to west, rip the puck in on net, and then crash with your other guys because you've got them outmanned in front of the net and look to pile in one of those rebounds. But that was a key save for Birkin and Quad City right there. And I tell you, probability is the Bulls should score here after a 3-minute 5-on-3. However, if Quad City can survive this, that is a huge turning of the tide for Quad City, and you watch for them to rally back if they can get out of this unscathed.
If they kill all 3 of these penalties, really is what it amounts to.
Right.
Just bleed over into tomorrow night? At least confidence-wise?
Well, don't know if it bleeds over into tomorrow night, but what I think happens is I'm more worried about, you still got 14 minutes left in the third here, and a big kill, and one more goal there, 5-2, and now here you go. And like I said, goofy things happen when you get late in the game. It's been kind of a teeter-totter game back and forth.
Off the draw, controlled by Quad City. Birkin tries to clear it, can't. Kept in by Ryan Romeo as he stretches out to do so for Chase Carter. Return, Carter has it to Romeo. Shoot the puck, guys. Come on. 5-on-3. Carter down low for McTavish. Back to Carter. Shoot the puck. Down low, McTavish. Looks for a place to go for Donahue. A shot whistle wide. Banks went off the boards for Chase Carter. We're down to 20 seconds to go into 5-on-3. There's a shot taken. Donahue tried to deflect it. Couldn't do it. Played back for Romeo. Down low, Donahue has it off his stick. Loose. Chase Carter pitches in, keeps it alive. Now Romeo takes a shot deflected wide by Donahue. We're down to 2 seconds more. Now we'll have 5-on-4 hockey. Ryan Romeo, far boards. Cross-ice pass. McTavish, a shot save made. Romeo keeps it alive just inside the blue line. 50 seconds to go in the man advantage for Birmingham. Chase Carter with it. Back skates to his blue line. Romeo takes a shot. Covered up there. That one may have gotten Bailey Birkin right in the man berries as he goes down in an awkward fashion, slow to get up. I've been in that position where you just sprawl out and can't move, but he seems to be okay.
Well, one of those things that I'll say from past experiences, Jody, there is definitely a different sound that resonates throughout the arena, getting hit in the chest protector and getting hit in your cup.
I can't imagine a shot right to the man berries, but he must have taken one in. He's okay. Kozarev has it. Far side, cross-side pass for Rose. He couldn't tee it up, and Quad City clears. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage for Birmingham. We've had 3 consecutive power plays. 3 minutes, really, Greg, of 5-on-3 hockey and nothing to show for it. Now Nikita Kozarev sends it for St. Clair. He'll wrap one around the boards out of the reach of Kozarev. Rose keeps it alive for the moment. Now Vance has to, and he can't. Cole Golka will clear it. Brings it into the Bull zone. Golka surrounded by 4 players. Elbows are getting up then. No call was made. We're down to 2 seconds, 1, and we're back to 5-on-5. Even strength hockey for the first time in what seems like forever.
And that was a big kill by Quad City to come out of that without a goal against.
Now through center ice, Dylan Johnson almost set himself in offside and did, so he'll have to get out of the zone and set the play. Lundqvist sends it far side. Back comes Quad City through center ice. Delaney and Carter going after the play. In the corner, Chase Carter and Delaney. The puck comes free for Jonathan Pace. Pace sends one through center ice, and back comes McTavish. McTavish just inside the blue line. Sends one into the far corner where it's picked up by Moran, and back comes Quad City. Marcin Kavics has it poked away from him by Pace, but the loose puck picked up by Quad City. Shot was taken at the top of that face-off circle, and Stewart makes the save and holds on.
And you saw the speed of Marcin Kavics coming in off that left-hand wall. Good shot there. Stewart down. Hits him in the chest protector, and he cups it. No rebound, and Marcin Kavics goes screaming right in front of Stewart, just hoping for a rebound there. Good job by Stewart.
He's very fast, that's the way Kozarev is. No substitute for speed in any sport. Off the draw, that shot whistled wide by Levesque. Quad City keeps it alive there. St. Pierre pinching in from the point. That's played behind the net. Tucker Firth gives it for Ray Dean. Ray Dean's hit by Seacoast, and the puck comes free. Behind his own net, Tucker Firth spins away from the forechecking of Emhoff. Cuts in front of his own net dangerously. You won't be able to play long doing that. Carson Rose will have to take the puck and circle back in his own zone. I thought we'd gotten away from plays like that, Greg.
Well, one of those ones where in this situation, Jody, Rose is just doing that to bring it back and regroup because guys are just a little out of sorts, looking for line changes and stuff, just slowing it down. But here we go again with Levesque and Rose. Somebody
you
better
gotta
go
be
take
kidding
care
me.
of that.
Come on now.
Here we go.
You can't allow that to happen. Now behind the play, Koash goes down like he's been shot with a bazooka playing soccer or something. Levesque takes the smallest guy he could on the ice at that time and tries to goad him into something. I don't understand why players are allowed to do that to Carson Rose on a nightly basis, Greg, and it's beginning to piss me off.
Yep. One of those things where that's what I want for Valentine's Day, Jody.
Goodness gracious.
I want an enforcer to bring in here and
it's about time.
Have him sit out about, he's not going to play in your top 9, but just give me a guy who's
holding penalty.
Well,
okay, whatever. I don't care about the power play, Greg.
You want to give him 2 minutes for hugging? I mean, it's the same kind of thing, but nonetheless, Jody,
I got to calm down.
That is the one thing that when you talk about what do you need, what's the missing piece, that's all that I'm hoping for. And who knows, maybe, Masson comes back or something like that. If he could get back in, he wouldn't allow that to happen, and Gervais wouldn't allow that to happen, and that's my thing.
Well, they know there's nobody out there that's a quote-unquote enforcer, Greg, and maybe that's why they're trying to do this on a nightly basis with Carson Rose, but I'm getting sick of it.
Might be a unicorn we're looking for, but like an enforcer that can play hockey. You know, like I don't want just a total goon, but somebody who can clean up the business when there's business to be taken care of.
7th power play of the night for for Birmingham. Up 5-1, shorthanded. Back comes Seacoast for Quad City. Takes a shot, stick save made by Stewart. Rebound poked away by Romeo. Kept alive by Quad City. Now Wiesner ties up his man, but Quad City putting the pressure on, shorthanded in the Bull zone. Romeo behind his own net, plays it far side for Wiesner, and he'll return it for Ryan Romeo. 10.5 to go, third period. Romeo's just going to take some time off the clock, it appears. And he'll skate out in front of his own net and start the power play for Birmingham. 1.5 to go in it. Look out, lazy pass. Picked off by Virgili. If he had a full head of steam, that was gone to the races. Now Romeo behind his own net. This is what I was worried about in between second and third. Lackadaisical play like this. We're up. Let's relax. Let's don't do anything crazy. And here's what happens when you're not playing hockey the way you should. Rose takes it in. That was close to offside. Now a shot taken by Sinclair, save made by Birkin. Sinclair gets the rebound back to Vance. Vance gives it to Sinclair. Down low, shot taken by Koziev. He didn't get all of it on it. And Quad City will clear. Now whistle blows. This one may have been hit off by a player on the Quad City bench.
Yeah, they hit their glove coming off, aimed over into the neutral zone, and they blew it down. But
have an immediate timeout here, Greg. 9:46 to go in the third period of play. Birmingham up 5-1. I shouldn't be as upset as I am with a 4-goal lead for the home team, the good guys here, but there's a common denominator out here tonight that bothers me and drives me crazy, and I'll just leave it at that. But nonetheless, we got to get through this last 9.5 minutes. We got crazy things happening.
And what you said, Jody, really actually resonated with me when you said, you know what, I don't want another power play. And you're right, and that's the difference of what we see, and it is night after night with Rose, right? And that's
every night.
Something that's going to be answered in the future.
For the coach, game misconduct.
So apparently,
sorry, not a bench minor, just a game misconduct for the coach of the Quad City Storm.
Okay, well, he's had enough too.
Yeah, he's had enough.
And he's already gotten one penalty, a bench minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. He's still arguing this one with the linesman. That's not going to do any good. He's had enough of the officiating, it's obvious. That's something to say that we probably will never know, but I'm sure it wasn't how you doing. Good to see you. I'm sure a few choice 4-letter words, but he's gone for the night.
Did they have another coach on the bench, Jody?
That's what I was going to ask you. I don't see anyone else. So this may be a player coach in this situation, but this is what happens when you don't maintain control, Greg. And I'll leave it at that. Koziev brings it into the Quad City zone, drops it back just inside the blue line. Carson Vance has it for Rose. Return for Vance. Far side Koziev down low. Glover between the legs pass looking for Sinclair. Couldn't connect. 7 seconds to go on the power play for Birmingham. Koziev has it far side. Holds on to the puck. For Vance, a shot blocked over the defense. Everybody's back at full strength. Look out, out of the penalty box. Levesque has it. Breakaway. Levesque backhand save made by Stewart. As Levesque had the puck in the neutral zone right out of the penalty box. Nice feed. He couldn't really get a good forehand shot, so he drew it back to his backhand, and that's not going to beat Hayden Stewart.
Well, let's face it, Jody, he's not here to score, and I'm glad that it was Levesque coming out of the box and not Marcin Cave.
Right, you're exactly right. I mean, you got to play hockey for 60 minutes, Greg, not for 42 minutes. You just got to, you don't. There was a shot taken off the draw, but a save made by Stewart. That one was deflected. He got a shoulder on the puck. Birmingham can't clear. Emoff with a shot save made. Rebound loose near side. A big hit by Wiesner on Lundquist, and he goes flying back first into the boards. Now Atchison back. In front, Wiesner off his skate. A bang-bang play. Couldn't connect. Birmingham loses the puck, and Fournier has it. Sets it up for Emoff. Poked away from him. Now in front, Marcinkiewicz wasn't expecting it, and it comes off his stick. Back comes McTavish. Brings it into the Quad City zone. Has Atchison with him. He just lifts it harmlessly behind the net. Played along the near corner. Back comes Marcinkiewicz. Now 3 Bulls back defensively. Nowhere to go for Marcinkiewicz. He drops it for Lindbergh, but is offside on the play.
Puts himself offside coming across the blue line with just too many shake and bake moves there. But
that was a hit right there, Greg, on Lundquist by Wiesner that was a lot harder than it looked. I mean, it may show the replay here. I mean, he nailed him, and look at his head go back. That's a big shot, and he went. It was a good clean hit, but back first into the boards, that's a painful hit.
Well, one of those things where the size differential on Weezer, he's coming down and getting low like a cannonball, and the upward force of that hit on the boards, and you could see how he went back and his helmet kicked back.
Now Donahue sends it through center ice. McTavish has it. In front, looking for Johnson. Loose puck in the slot. Picked up by Quad City, and back come the Storm. That's Virgili. Has it poked away from him by Firth. Now Romeo backhands one behind his net. Firth wasn't waiting for it. He was out of position. St. Clair takes it. Sends one through center ice. A hit there on Johnson. And back comes Quad City in the Bull zone. Virgili with a nice hit on Johnson, but Virgili got the worst end of it now. Back comes Johnson. Again, another stick explodes for Birmingham. I'm not exaggerating. That has to be a dozen sticks just disintegrate for Birmingham tonight. Now right in comes the shot from Delaney, and Stewart makes a save. Greg, I've never seen anything like this.
I tell you what, I know one guy that's not going to be happy about this. That's going to be the Bulls GM, Joe Stroud. It's going to cost him a pretty penny to replace 12 sticks.
I don't know how much they cost, but I do know this. That last shipment of sticks that came in needs to be sent back with a refund request.
A lot more than a bag of potatoes, Jody, I tell you that.
I've never seen it like this.
No, me neither.
Face-off in the Bull zone. Controlled by the Storm. Elliott St. Pierre's shot goes wide. Played around to the near far corner. Picked up by Sinclair behind the net for Vance. Vance, a dangerous pass right through the slot for Kozrel. He controls it, though, and he'll skate into the Quad City zone. Drops it. Looking for Vance. Vance has it. Weak shot sticked aside by Birkin. Played by Delaney off the boards and down the length of the ice. This will be icing.
Smart play by Vance there, and I know some people watching on Flow Sports Hockey, they're going to be saying, you know, well, Vance, he just kind of threw that one in, but with the pressure that he had on the blue line, you do not want another Levesque situation where Quad City bounces one off the shot from a defenseman coming in there. So great play there, just to throw it in, get it deep. You're up 4 goals, and now you start talking about setting the tone for tomorrow night, Jody.
Well, you have no coach on the bench. I don't know who this is, this acting coach. Looks like an equipment guy to me, Greg, but
could be the trainer making his coaching debut tonight.
He's doing nothing but standing there, and that's no knock on him. It's just what happens tomorrow if you've got a coach that's suspended for his actions tonight.
I think just getting a 10-minute misconduct. He'll be back tomorrow night.
Well, it was a game misconduct, so he is subject to review.
Interesting.
That's behind the net, played by Elliott St. Pierre for Quad City. He'll send it ahead for Golka. He's hit there on the play by Pace. Loose puck picked up by the Bulls. Under 6 minutes to go here in this game. Birmingham comfortably out in front, 5-1. Donahue brings it in. Hit by Lundquist. Behind the net, played by Quad City. Lindbergh sends it cross ice. Back come the Storm. Seacoast drops it back. Golka with a shot save made. Rebound loose at the skates of Stewart. Still scrambling to try and find it. And he somehow finds his way into his mitt. And he'll squeeze it face off in the Bull zone.
Here'd be a great way to start tomorrow night, Jody. We could sign Coach Simchuk and Coach Kerr, and we could let Austin Lotz, he's down there, and let him coach tomorrow night, and they could start Levesque, and we could start Simchuk and Kerr, and that'd be a heck of a start to a game.
All right, face-off in the Bull zone. Controlled there by Birmingham. Loose. Now taken away by Quad City's Golka. Golka loses it. Birmingham had a shot at it. Rose couldn't break away. Now it's loose along the goal line. Played by Golka. He'll play it near side. Picked up by Lundquist. Down deep into the corner. Golka and Romeo fighting for it. Puck comes free along the near boards. And Quad City will keep it in for the moment. Now Sinclair has it. Has Johnson ahead. Breakaway. Dylan Johnson goes wide. He did get the shot off, but it wasn't near the net. Now behind the play, two players down. One on top of the other, wrestling style. Finally, they get up and a little shove to the back of Carson Rose. Again, all over Carson Rose for some reason with Seacoast. I don't get it. Marcy Kavics now cuts in, sends a pass over for Gulta, poked away. Fournier with a shot saved made by Stewart. And he holds on. I'm telling you, there must be a vendetta in this league against Carson Rose because every game that guy is on the ice, somebody's being dirty towards him. Every game.
Yeah, and especially there in the corner situation, Jody, it's, some players put themselves in situations that you go in hard, you're doing something. All Rose did was went in, curled through the corner. I mean, there wasn't a puck around, and how you get tied up and bent over like that and pushed down on his back.
I think he's just holding on to him as well, just covering up World Wrestling Federation style. But
I'll just say hats off to Carson Rose because he's the one dealing with it on the ice. It's easy for us to say it from up here, but I'm frustrated just watching it.
Sure, it's frustrating. You're right. It got to the point a while ago, it angered me, and I probably said a word I shouldn't have, but I did. And with 4.5 to go, up by 4. Tomorrow night's game, supposed to be a very big crowd. A nice crowd tonight, by the way. 2,801 in attendance tonight. Tomorrow's supposed to be rival what happened last week when we had a sellout. Things could get interesting early on. Somebody will try and set the tone early, I'll put it that way. Now Raiden, newly acquired Bull, sends it near side for Atchison. Eric Atchison backhands one behind the net. Raiden takes down Gullo. No call. Play along the far side. Tarsi keeps it alive. Nice shot and a better save there by Birkin. He gets the glove on it and holds on.
And that's it. Good job by Birkin, and I think we've probably established, Jody, who we're going to see in net tomorrow night for Quad City. So Birkin will be back. For the Bulls, what do you do? Is tomorrow night a game where you could see Atherton come back, or you give Stewie a break because you're coming back again on Monday?
That's a good question. Probably you go with the hot goalie. Momont has it poked away from him by Vance. A lot of ice time tonight for Carson Vance. Those are the things that are starting to worry me is the ice time that a lot of these Bulls players are getting, such as Carson Vance and Romeo, Tarsi, Carson Rose, Kozarev. I mean, sooner or later, your legs go, right?
Well, it all depends, Jody. And it's what.
Too many men on the ice.
Penalty, too many men on the ice for Quad City Storm.
Wow, they are just falling apart. Now, a lot of that has to be there's no coach there to make line changes, so you get too many men on the ice. But frustration is going to set in this team, and it may start not to go towards Birmingham, but implode. They may start getting on themselves. I mean, this is crazy. This is not good.
Well, just one of the things that happens, and I'll credit that 2-minute bench monitor to the trainer for doing his best down there to run the bench.
Well, I don't know if that's who it is, but I know their coach is gone. He had his second penalty of the night called, and during that last timeout, the players for Quad City gathered over and were looking for some sort of guidance or leadership. He had no idea what to tell him. He was just standing there.
Hey, you want to pull a positive out of this, Jody? I'll tell you what, the Bulls coaching staff is much better dressed.
This has been an interesting game. And to be honest with you, I'll be glad when it's over. Not because I don't want it to last, but this needs to finish.
Well,
This is getting to be crazy.
I think.
He is removed.
Okay, now I've had enough. They call a penalty. Too many men on the ice. Send somebody over. No doubt, no argument from Quad City. And then all of a sudden, the referee goes over there and decides to cancel it? What are you doing? No penalty. We changed our mind.
Well,
I don't care. I don't want the power play. But come on. What is this?
That's the first I've ever seen, Jody, of a call actually getting turned over without a replay or a challenge or anything. That's interesting.
It's not interesting. It's asinine. This is back to action. I'm going to just leave it alone. What good is that? What good am I complaining? What good is that going to do? Played along the near side. Carson Vance takes a hit there from Golka.
Uh-oh.
Referee watching both Vance and Golka.
Look
They're
out.
still looking at each other. Nothing's going to come of this, and that's smart from Carson Vance. Why would you fight at this point in time of the game? Golka brings it into the Bull zone. Top of the face-off circle, drops it back, intercepted by Wiesner. Wiesner gives it up far side for Atchison. Atchison takes a shot, stick to side from Birkin. Played along the near board. Raiden had it, lost it. Lundquist takes it away, and he'll send it ahead for Marcin Kavics. 3 minutes to go. In this long, long overdue from being over with hockey game, as the whistle blows offside is on the play. Greg, I've never seen a play, a penalty call when they change their mind, for whatever the reason being, just out of the blue, just go over there and change your mind. Now, never mind, we're not going to call that. I mean, I don't know if there's a governing body for this set of officials, but somebody needs to review them, period. You don't need to, you just need a review. That's all I can say.
Out of the group chat, Joey, it's a great point here that says that the refs are trying to show Quad City some mercy. So maybe that's all it was.
That's not what this game's about. You do your job on the ice. You call penalties or you don't call them. You don't show mercy. You do your job. Oh, my gosh. Every time this happens to me, one set of, never mind.
Wind it down, Jody. Two
Okay, two and a half to go. Get me through this before I say somebody's
I got
name.
you
And
back.
Quad City with the puck in their own zone. Wraps one off the boards, off the stick of Virgili. Raiden keeps it inside the Quad City zone. Played along the near side now. Delaney has it taken away by McTavish, who avoids a check by Lundquist. And Quad City wraps one off the glass and out. I think Quad City wants this game over with worse than I do.
Yeah.
Stick to side by Bailey Birkin along the near side, played by Levesque. Through center ice, picked up by Emhoff. Emhoff has Levesque with him. He'll bring it into the Bull zone. Backhands one for Levesque, couldn't connect.
Good job by Carter there.
Kozarev takes it the other way, 2-on-2 with Donahue. A minute and a half to go, a minute 50 to go. Donahue with the puck. Backhands one, save made. And Birkin will hold on to it. I was hoping he'd let it go and play it on, but we'll have a face-off to his left.
Well, and you can kind of see it too, Jody. You can kind of see the guys. Like, I don't know if the Bulls would have taken that shot in the first, but it's just one of those things where they're just coming through and they're trying to wind out this 2 minutes and get out of here. And then
You want to have mercy, Greg? Let icings go. Let offsides go. Let the clock run. But don't change your mind about a penalty. Face-off controlled by the Bulls. Taken away, though, by Fournier of Quad City. He'll try and curl away from Sinclair. Fournier holds on to it, gives it to Emhoff, near side. Through center ice, past everybody, right in on Stewart. And he'll cover it up for a face-off in the Bulls zone.
and another whistle. But yeah, no, this is to the point where I don't think there would be any objections from either team or the referees if somebody just took the puck and went and stood behind their net for
Exactly.
the next minute and 29 seconds and get out of here, hit the reset button. And yeah, you said it earlier, Jody, but there's a few hundred tickets left for tomorrow night's game. So fans, if you want to come in tomorrow night for a packed house, get in
It'll be
there
interesting
early.
too to see how this game starts. That'll be the test, is how the first 5 minutes of the game tomorrow night goes. Could be rough, could be up and down, but I have a feeling there's going to be some physical play the first 5 minutes of this game tomorrow night. Birmingham has the puck in their own zone. They'll just send it to center ice. Picked up there by Palmerville. He'll bring it in, drives it for Golka. Golka has it taken away, still gets the shot off just wide of that top corner with less than a minute to go, mercifully, in this game. Picked up at center ice. Sinclair brings it in. He'll just tap it in. Atchison has it in front for Dylan Johnson. Save made. Picked up on the far side by Elliott St. Pierre, and he'll backhand one to center ice. Golka sends one into the Bull zone. Icing is going to be called. Not quite sure that Quad City appreciated that last shot on goal, Greg.
Well, you can see coming around, and there's Birkin again out there getting out top. I mean, the kid's making the saves and doing a great job in there for Quad City. But holy cow, Jody, I guess can you say he's an exciting goaltender to watch, especially when you're in your home rink, because there's a lot of that net that's open behind him off the initial shot, but he finds a way to get back there and keep making the saves. So, well,
I said at the end of the first period that they would let him come out and start the second period and probably slide into the game tomorrow night as well, and that's probably what's going to happen, but it's not on Bailey Birkin.
No, but hey, it's been a tie game here for 2 periods, Jody.
Yeah, he's kept them in this game, and I just don't like the attitude of this game. Really, I guess that's what I'm trying to say from a lot of perspectives. But another stick on the ice too, by the way, Greg. I think this was Joey Colatarsi.
That's the way to battle and hold that puck in for all you kids at home.
Off the draw, here comes Birmingham. Just takes the puck. 20 seconds to go. Carson Vance curls away from Golka. Atchison takes the puck and sends one into the far corner. This may, down to the last 10 seconds, one more shot at it. Moran takes a shot there from Vance. Puck comes back into center ice. And they're going to let this one go. Please don't blow the whistle for icing as Joey Colatarsi picks it up. And mercifully, thank goodness, this game is over before something terrible happened. Birmingham out shooting Quad City 45 to 28. But more importantly, outscoring them on the scoreboard, winning this game 5-1 in what turned out to be a strange hockey game, and one that sets up even a weird. I just have a feeling tomorrow night, Greg, Quad City's going to come out and try and make a physical statement, because I think they were a little embarrassed tonight.
Well, they may, Jody, but at the end of the night, Quad City did find an answer to slow the Bulls down and not get scored on, and that's by being aggressive on your own.
But do you think they found a way to slow Birmingham down, or do you think Birmingham slowed themselves down knowing we got this?
You know, that's a great question, but I'll tell you, when Quad City got physical, everybody on their team had a lot more energy. And honestly, in the first period, I thought they were just kind of trying not to get scored on, and that's not how you play hockey.
Just an odd hockey game, and one that, man, I haven't checked to see exactly who the personnel for tomorrow night's game is. I have a feeling I know. But I hope everybody comes to the game tomorrow night with their game face on and brings their A game and is a little bit better than they were tonight. Does that make sense? And I mean everybody.
Absolutely.
I mean myself included.
And if their coach can't go tomorrow night, Jody, maybe we can get Jake the Zamboni driver to step in and make a coach.
I have no idea who that guy was on the bench tonight.
I'll bring him a suit jacket.
Wow. All right, well, this one's in the books. Thank goodness. Birmingham once again holding on to that first place in the SPHL. I don't know what the scores were around the league tonight. Tomorrow night I'll be solo as Greg's going to be coaching the University of Alabama hockey team. They didn't ask you to be the University of Alabama football coach, did they? They want you to do hockey, not football, right?
Absolutely not. I passed on that one. That's way too much pressure. I'll pass.
Well, that'll do it for tonight. If you don't mind, I'm going to cut this one short. I've had enough of this for tonight, and I'm hoping tomorrow night, as I said, everybody brings a little bit better of themselves to the rink tomorrow night. From me to the players to the referees to the off-ice officials, on-ice officials, everybody just be a little bit better, and let's have a better outing tomorrow night. Tonight, Fayetteville in a shootout did defeat Macon. It's really odd. Macon's not the best of teams by far, but they always seem to play certain teams tough. In a shootout, Evansville beats Knoxville 2-1. Of course, Birmingham beating Quad City 5-1 here, but Roanoke, our nemesis from last year, defeating Pensacola by a score of 5-2. So Huntsville and Peoria knotted at 3 with a minute and a half to go in that game.
So I guess that's interesting because everybody in the top 4, barring the outcome of this Peoria game, it's all going to stay the same and look the same tomorrow night, with Birmingham getting 2, Fayetteville getting 2, Roanoke got 2 tonight. So nothing changes. The rich get richer and the poor get poor.
I still say it's great to get these 2 points. It's wonderful. It keeps you in first place, but it's just 2 points. You know, you got to work to get better every night, get stronger every night, because, you know, in April, it's a different kind of hockey than we're playing this month. So when these new players come in and we have a chance like with Radin tonight, and Atchison had another opportunity, Tucker First having his chances as well as on the defensive line, this is where you make your mark. This is where you decide, and can I be on this team in April when it counts? And I'll guarantee you the coaching staff, both Kevin Curry and Craig Simchuk, are paying close attention to that. Okay, so you won't be with me tomorrow night at least for the first 2 periods. I have a feeling that you're going to wind up being gone the whole game. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll figure it out. 3 games in 3 days for me is not easy, you know, on the voice. So I was hoping when you're here, you help me out so much you don't even realize it. But either way, this one's over with, in the books. Birmingham takes game 1 of the first of 3 at home this weekend. Game 2 tomorrow night against the St. Quad City Storm, and then Monday, an interesting game against Knoxville on a Monday afternoon matinee. I'm not a fan of afternoon hockey, but that's what we're going to get Monday. Okay, for Greg Gervany, I'm Jody Chernesky. Final score from the Pelham Civic Complex: Birmingham 5, Quad City 1. Thanks for joining us, everyone. You've been listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.